runway. Go. Final lap commencing. Thrusters engaged.
Six years ago, we started a channel. And now we're here. 6 freaking years later. Isn't that wild to think about, gamers? I don't know. It boggles my mind. That's 6 years of my life. Good portion of it was making content. I don't know. It's just weird to me. Because I made this channel so long ago. And here we are. Everyone, welcome to the stream. How are we all doing today? Welcome to the 6-year anniversary stream for YouTube. We have done an anniversary stream every single year. And I don't know. There's something special about this one. I think it's just like how far we've come now. I think that's the crazy part about it. I'm gonna move my chat over for a second, actually. So everyone, join the stream if you haven't already. All right, we've got a few people that are coming in. I don't want to do anything just yet. I'm giving people just a little bit more time. But yeah, 6 years on YouTube making content. We've gone under, we've done so many changes. We've done so many things as well, and I think that's the crazy part about it. And today, it's just a celebration of that. Everyone here, you know, to just celebrate that we have this big community. We've enjoyed it. That's the big part about it. Thank you so much, Isaac. I appreciate it. Say hello in the chat for me so I can say hello back. I turn on the ultra low latency, so hopefully it won't take me 10 years. 10 years to try and do things. Well, has it been that long? Wow, that really is crazy. It really is. What's up, Isaac? Vio? Logan, how are we doing today? I see Kevin. Friendly noob. Absolute legend. Flicker, CK, Crystal, Dragon, Steel. A lot of people in here. Alex, Mello. Some things. Welcome to the stream. Haven't been in a while, but since this is an anniversary, Fuji. Absolute legend. Absolute legend. Doorcat, Evan, Shadow. Everyone's joining, gamers, and I can't wait for it. Today's stream, sup, Jess? Today's stream is going to be interesting. We're going to be talking a lot with the Painter's Alcove team, kind of going behind these scenes, looking back at a bunch of videos, and kind of seeing, like, how far we've come for content, right? Remember baby face Joshua? That doesn't need to be discussed. That doesn't need to be ever brought up again. Ever again. It's fine. We're not going to bring that anymore. Let me just turn out my volume there. Epic. Encourage me to start my own channel. I thank you for that. Isaac, you're going to make me sob, bro. You're going to make me sob. Don't do that to me. What will you do when you hit the big 10 years of the Story Painter? I don't know what I'm going to do. What if I am not making content after 10 years? Have you ever thought of that for a second? Wait a minute. What if the Story Painter wasn't making content? What if he's, like, done everything? That's a crazy thing to think about. Intrigued I am, babyface Joshua. Don't fucking call me babyface Joshua. Thank you. Alright, I can't swear on here. Damn it. I forgot this is Twitch. But gamers, lots of stuff for today. Again, we're going to be looking a lot behind the scenes. We're going to be, again, looking through all these videos. Talking about, like, more of the creative inspiration behind a lot of the stuff. A lot of what has started this community, like, getting a lot larger was the story stuff themselves. So I want to go into that and kind of, like, a little bit of the thought process behind it. Maybe show some special things that might be coming up, because 2021 was a hard year. There was a lot of stuff that went down, but 2022 is going to be an excellent year for the Story Painter. I'm just going to say that. Excellent year for the Story Painter is going to be coming up. So yeah, we're going to be doing that, as well as we're going to be playing a couple games. Probably on Hypixel, we got a private party that we'll be doing. And one thing I would like to mention, you notice this shirt, right? This is official Story Painter merch, okay? Which is pretty cool. This one was for, which one was this one? This one was for 10,000 subscribers, this special shirt. However, there might be a 6-year anniversary shirt coming up. I'll let you, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Which will be a special shirt that'll be available for 2 weeks, which is really cool. All right, so I guess I'm gonna ask the viewers, the chatters, the gamers, what should we do first? Like, we can talk about more idea stuff that went behind our productions. We can talk about, like, number of things. Please, my wallet is already so empty. I'm sorry, Ghosty. Because I want to talk about the series that we've made. I want to talk about Omega SMP, Earthbound SMP, Builders University, a bunch of projects that we're working on. And there's just a lot that I want to do. As well as, like, thank a bunch of people as well. But that will be more a little bit towards the end. Time to spend money on the Omega Chad, damn. Hey, yo, Joseph's here. Joseph the tea kettle, let's go! Development of Mega SMP. We can definitely talk about that. When it comes more to, when we're going to discuss more of, like, development and stuff, I'm going to be bringing some people into the call. So that will be pretty sick. That's pretty cool. Congrats on 6 years of the Story Painter, even though I only first saw you after the first 2 episodes of Season 2 of FNaF. But still happy to know the man, the myth, and the legend, Joshua. Thank you, Steel Fox. I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of people on my channel right now came from the FNaF series a lot. And then Helltaker, which was so cool to see. Like, those series mean so much to me. But we got lots to talk about today. So let's not waste any more time. So I wish YouTube had like the features Twitch did when it came like to the polls and stuff like that. What's up, Jimmy? TK, welcome. So my question for you guys is, are we going to be talking about more development back, like behind the scenes stuff? Do we want to, like, what are you guys feeling? Because this is your celebration as well as it is ours. So I thought I'd let you guys pick. Straw poll? We could do straw poll. You get one up and running. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Fine. I think one of the things I do want to talk about is just like, kind of like just the beginning of the channel quite a bit. I'd like to hear about some behind the scenes stuff. A lot of people want behind the scenes from what I'm seeing in the chat. I think a lot of people are wanting that. But anyways, what should we start with? Let's get the straw poll up and running. I don't want to play this song. Okay, enter poll option. We're gonna do behind the scenes, character development, YouTube stuff. We'll do the games. We're gonna be playing games. It's just gonna be a little bit. I think it's gonna be a little bit later. What else should we talk about? There's a lot of stuff. Watching old videos. That's something I do want to do. Watching some old videos. Okay, let's create the poll. I'm gonna post this in the chat. Do you guys get to basically vote on it? Okay, vote on the straw poll, and then we'll do what you guys want. Let me get the results up in here so I can see what's happening. You know, I worked on the Emoji Movie, Josho. What do you mean you worked on the Emoji Movie? Hello? What do you mean? Like, there's so much I need to talk about, and I don't know where to start. So that's why I have the straw poll up. Because honestly, I would love... What do you mean you worked on it? What are you talking about? I didn't work on the Emoji Movie. Cat, what are you talking about? I don't understand. Read that emoji... You read that message backwards, Josh? What do you mean? I don't get it. I don't know. I'm dumb. I'm sleep deprived. Then go to sleep, lol. Watching old videos is currently what people want at the moment. Which we could definitely talk more about, like, how we got here. Like, how did we go from... Like, fun fact, if anyone didn't know, I originally started making Lego stop motion videos on YouTube. And now we're making Minecraft roleplay videos. Kind of crazy. Alright, let me just refresh the straw poll and do what chat's wanting. They're wanting old videos. I think that's what I'm thinking. Alright, we'll start with that then. I go the OGMC. Alright, so I'm gonna start off by getting some old videos. Kind of like more memorable videos, in my opinion, at least for me. And then we'll go from there. How's that sound to you all? Alright, let me get up YouTube real quick. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Because there's so many videos that, like, mean a lot, like, personally, that I'd love to go through. We'll definitely check out FNaF Season 1, Episode 1. Don't worry about that part. That is something we'll definitely go through. Alright, let's pause this music real quick. And let's go ahead and go through some of these. Shrinking... Shut up! Oh my gosh, I can never escape. Chat, I can never escape from a single animation. I never can. I don't think I ever will. It's awful. It's genuinely awful. Alright, let's go ahead and start this up then. So, there's so many videos that are on the channel. Some I privated, just to, like, keep consistent with more of the brand. But there's so many videos that are still public that, like, do mean a lot. So if we go all the way back to dates added oldest. Now, the oldest video that is on the channel publicly is How to Play Agario Part 1. This was 5 years ago, which is pretty insane. So I started my channel on December 21st. Kind of give a little bit of a background. I started December 21st. That's when the actual anniversary is, but I'm working that day, so I'm not able to stream. But that's the exact day that we started the channel. it was a very rough start to like give a little bit of context. I didn't know what I was doing. I posted videos kind of like on the fly and very inconsistently. And it's kind of crazy. But I don't think like past me could have expected why like the community that we have now. Absolutely. I don't think I could have ever expected it. I had aspirations to like try and get larger, of course, but I don't think I expected to get to the point where I'm at now. And I think it took almost a whole year to get 100 subscribers, if I remember correctly. So it was pretty hard, but that 100 subscribers was honestly a milestone, and like I celebrated that so hard. But kind of crazy. The thing that we've reached like almost 2 million views with our videos alone, I think is really fun. I don't know. I just find it interesting, like, to see how many people enjoyed that content. And also these thumbnails. Okay, fun fact. All right, I actually did a stream on Twitch, where I actually went and redid these thumbnails. Okay, so this was not the actual thumbnail. Of course, like I didn't know VO until much later when it came to like content creation. But VO is immortalized in the first thumbnail of the channel. And like I wasn't even called TheStoryPainter at the time either. So we went back and did some of these thumbnails. The original thumbnails, they looked like here, let me close the player real quick. The original thumbnails looked like this. This is what the original thumbnails looked like. I didn't know what I was doing. And it was crazy. Yeah, I gotta talk about the name changes a lot. Like, we started out with Radiation Productions. Then it turned into the Black Rider 43. Then it turned to Master Omega Gamer. Turned into iJosh Plays. And then finally it turned into TheStoryPainter, which is my current brand. Which is pretty insane. I'm gonna go in like talking about the different names on why it was changed so much. It was more of like an identity on YouTube, a lot of it was. And I will go into that. I'm trying to find like the actual oldest video on my... Because I have it in my YouTube studio, but I don't really want to show off my YouTube. If there's like... Is there just like a better way to scroll through... You know what? Hold on. Just search this up real quick. Is like, what was it called? I think it was the Radiated Brick Show, which was technically the first series on my... There it is. Okay, I found it. Okay, so the first video that was ever on... Also, any questions that you have, save them for a little bit, because I'm going to do more of like a Q&A in a little bit. Oh no, everyone's leaving. No, don't leave! So the first video that I ever made was a video called What's Up with Lego Dimensions? The Radiated Brick Show. And Lego was honestly probably one of the first like inspirations for making content. I don't really know how to explain it. Like Lego, I guess, kind of fueled a little bit more of a creative side of me when I played them when I was younger. And I love Lego to this day. Still one of my favorite toys. But this was like a passion of mine to talk about Lego stuff because I played so much of it. I was invested in it. And I was like, what if I just made a Lego show? So little fetus Josh turns on the camera and then plays this.
Hello everyone, and this is Radiation Productions with a new segment that, well, I thought...
That's me, by the way.
So, I decided to do a new show while you're waiting for a new stop-motion video.
As you wait for a new show, it's me, little Josh.
For my videos, because it kind of takes me a while to get them really good.
This is really interesting. This was made
this will come
off
out
of a Toshiba laptop.
every week, just to keep you interested and
This
all
laptop was so
and,
old, I was
well,
running it
let's
into
just
the
go
ground.
From there, and I hope you like it. And Banana Ninja Film, you'll see an Anaconda Warrior.
But yeah, it's talking about like just Lego
see
crap.
Structure here, so that's what I also got for Christmas.
I feel like Josh's the type of guy to care about Lego building techniques. Yeah.
Test in a while, so I hope you like that. And the last Lego set.
Yeah. But this is literally just me going on about Lego Dimensions. Nothing
Powerful,
like crazy about it.
So you should make him a lot more
Baby
powerful.
Josh, it's different.
That's just my opinion on it. It's up.
But I think like the interesting part about it, okay, and I'm gonna say this now, as much as it's like cringy looking back at it, like It was very simplistic to just turn on a camera, not expect anything, and just talk about something you were interested in. I was actually 14. I was 14 when I made this video, I believe. No, wait. 14 or 13. I can't remember. Because I'm 19 now. Put that into perspective. I would be 13. Turning 14. Yeah. So, that's when I originally started this channel. Was at that time. And now my voice has sounded a lot deeper now. Which is kind of interesting. But, like, I guess, like, one of the interesting parts about it is that there was no pressure about numbers. There was no pressure about having to have a schedule. You turned on your camera, you talked about what you were passionate about, and that's all. And I do kind of miss that. Just being able to do all that, right? Instead of you have to film, you have to prepare, you have to write scripts, you have to, you know, edit, you have to film. Like, there's so many more elements now that you have to do to make a quality video, which is not a bad thing. It's just, I do miss just being able to turn on the camera, posting it, and enjoying it. And I think that is something I do kind of miss. But I call myself Radiation Productions. I like this image when I was younger, this little purple, like, radiation image. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to call it that. Because, like, this was a nice brand, I guess I liked. I don't remember. So, that was the original first video. So, I would talk about Lego sets quite a bit. And then I moved on to, when I was talking about Lego, I would start playing a little bit of gaming videos. I saw a lot of people play them. One of my first channels I kind of watched was like Popular MMOs. And Agario was free.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
And I was like, I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to play it and see what happens.
And today, I'm doing my very first Agario.
Uncle Josh, I love your videos and some of the characters
Now,
based
I
on
know
some
what
of
you're
yours
thinking.
and my friends.
You just did an
So
Agario
thanks, Uncle
gameplay.
Josh and friends for giving me
The
ideas. No
difference between
worries.
that and mine is because the last one was
I'm a nerd. I had The
Ninja.
Hobbit as a background,
This
bro.
time, I'm actually doing it by myself.
But yeah, like this was on a Macintosh.
Boom, shakalaka.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
there's a lot of bots flying by. I'm
I
already
hate
at
this.
368. One thing
But
I'd
yeah,
like to
I don't know.
mention,
Like, it's cringy looking back at
when
it,
you're
but
in-
I still
when you
enjoyed
have a
it
membership,
at the same time. It's a weird thing to
you will
explain.
be able
Because
to
again,
start
you
out
could
with
just
this
post
plus
whatever you
amount
wanted,
of
right?
mass.
I think that's the fun part about it, is that you could legitimately just post whatever.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Ooh, my
But-
goodness, it's lagging so bad.
Anyways, that's kind of like, it started evolving into the whole gaming spiel and everything. I do remember when I was younger, what's a Macintosh? A Macintosh computer. So it was a big, ours was like an all-in-one computer. Heavy, stupid little thing from Apple. But I used to make videos on that. Dead frames, I know. Like, terrible frames on these. So then, as any content creator does, I was looking for free games to play because I didn't have any money. My parents were a little bit more strict when it came to what I was playing and what I was like watching and stuff like that. And Roblox was one of the first games that I played. Like, it was technically a game, not a Gario. So, yeah, frames are ass, bro. Apple computers are not that great, all right? So,
Hey, what's up, everyone?
this is when, like, this was more of a defining moment of what I played
Today I'm playing something
for a while.
very special for the
Roblox,
first
I enjoyed it. A lot of my
time.
audience
I
at the
played
time liked me
Roblox.
playing Roblox.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a lot of fun.
I think
You could
so.
go onto these different worlds, you could talk
So,
about
yeah,
whatever,
I
beat the
think
level,
about
and that's
playing
all it
this
is.
game for a while, today I'm
And
gonna start
that's the
off
simple
with my
part
very
about it.
first
Roblox,
McDonald's
honestly,
escape
kind of
McDonald's.
started progressing my channel more and more. I remember a lot of the streams I would get. Like, back in the day, I would have less than, like, I think this was when I had, like, 400, 500 subscribers. This is when, like, JCA and I think Friendly Noob were watching my content a little bit more consistently. I remember you two from that era, I believe. And this was, like, I don't know, I had a passion for making Roblox videos at the time. I know that's a really weird, like, cringy thing to say, but again, it was a lot of fun. And, like, even at that time, 500 subscribers, I think I could pull at least maybe, you know, 30 viewers plus, depending on what it was. And I think that was crazy to me. I remember when you still live streamed Roblox, yeah. But this was just crazy because we just had a lot of fun with it.
That's pretty much
I
it.
found you when you were playing some sort of sewer obby. I think I do remember that.
I did post
But yeah, this was my first ever,
3 days ago.
like, map I ever played on
Yeah,
Roblox
I
was the
famous
McDonald's
line,
obby.
including making my
And
own
that was
Roblox.
funny. That was kind of crazy in my opinion.
And yeah,
So that was kind of like the start of it.
it's called
to begin.
Soda.
as time went on, I made more and more Roblox videos, and I made more and more Lego videos at the time. Started playing little off games like the troll game, face quest games, which that tells you the year that this was. This is when these things came out. I played like Riddle School, Slither.io, but played a lot. Majority of it was Roblox at the time because a lot of people enjoyed it. This was about the time I found out that you could make thumbnails. So this is my level of thumbnail. All right, I made the day. How does this make you feel? How does this thumbnail make you feel, chat? Featuring Rex Max Challenge, Natural Disaster Survival 2. How does this thumbnail make you feel real quick? It hurts? It does. It sucked. And I wondered as a kid, I was like, why don't these videos like ever get views or anything like that? And this is exactly why, because I didn't know what I was doing. At the same time, I thought it was great. So I continued doing it. This is when I was still playing off of a really bad computer. My frames were just not good. I started live streaming Roblox for the first time, which I kind of want to actually look at real quick. I started live streaming Roblox for the first time, and that's when I was starting to more and more get a little bit more viewers in my content. This lagged so bad though.
Come on, load.
As you can tell, my voice starts changing
time
again.
to hide. I don't see. Where are we?
I sound like a young child.
Oh, there we go. I couldn't even get out for some reason.
It's so
All
crazy.
Right, let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We gotta run.
I don't know how to explain it. Like, as someone who makes content a lot,
because
right?
There's so many guests.
The guest
right
era. That's
right,
an interesting point.
Jump.
The guest
I don't even
era
know
of
what's
Roblox.
happening.
But they kind of hear like he sounds like James the child.
Ninja?
Oh, you mean like this? Yeah, it actually does kind of sound like that, doesn't it?
And everything, you know.
It's so weird.
Well, it's not working for me. I don't know what's going on.
I can't stop smiling because it's just it's
down to 18
just a piece of history.
16.
Guess that makes sense.
I don't know. It keeps like
but yeah, that was like how it kind of started. So then I really wanted to get into Minecraft. Now, my parents never let me get Minecraft until a lot later. So I played the demo version on a Windows 10 computer. Goofy Roblox player turns into dark Minecraft role player and runs an ARG. That's a very interesting point. So yeah, this is when I started making like little demo Minecraft live streams. And they were just survival, nothing crazy. The frame rate sucked as usual, but again, I enjoyed it. I felt like an actual content creator, if that makes any sense. I wasn't making just Lego stop motion videos anymore. I was making actual gaming videos this day. I don't know. I just think that's interesting to me. Use the demo version. I didn't have it. I didn't have the money. And I could like barely buy stuff at that time. I mean, it's different now, but I couldn't really buy anything at that time. From Lego to Dark RPs. That's what I'm saying. I think that's the interesting part about it. Speaking of Lego, y'all want to see one of my first stop motions? What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see one of my first stop motions I made? I have to look back through the year. Oh, where is it? I gotta look all the way back because it's since been removed, like taken down. I gotta search through like 300 videos. Hold on. But do you guys want to see it? Yes. Okay, people want to see it. All right, give me a second. I gotta look. I gotta go all the way back. Surprisingly, the past 1-2 years, I put out more videos than like I did combined at the time. Oh my gosh, I'm looking back through all these videos and I see Mark we gotta talk about Mark the Therapist for a moment when we get there. Countdown to Christmas as well was an interesting time. I made Nightcore, which was really sad, but I remember I did vlogs too. Okay, we got a lot to talk about. I gotta skim through this because this is gonna take like 10 years if I don't. Okay, I think I'm finding it. Where is it? Actually, fun fact. All right, I gotta show this one off. All right. So this is 100% changed. Okay, you want to see something funny here for a moment? So this was a little trailer for a series I wanted to make. Josh, I'm late, but yo, congrats. Thank you so much, Grant. I appreciate it. All right, so you see this video, right? This was a series, a Lego stop motion series I was gonna make. If you want to know something crazy about it, it was like a more you have all these worlds collide thing. Well, the crazy part about it, all right, this was the original name of it. This guy was supposed to be Solajar. Fun fact. 4 or 5 years ago, this guy was supposed to be Solijar. This guy with the fire and the lightning. Take that into consideration for a moment. This guy was going to be Solijar. How does that make you feel? Isn't that nuts? So yeah, this was originally, this is when Solijar was a human, right? But of course we all know that's not the case anymore. Literally from like between like 5 years, been very different. That's so, I know. Like, let's just put this into perspective for a moment, okay? Solijar went from this Lego minifigure to, I think this is just the crazy part about it. Goes from that to, where's the eyes? Goes from that guy to this, to these eyes. Just to let you know. I think that's the interesting part about it. Freaking Voldemort leaving a Mega Nation. Palpatine Solijar. Thank you. But yeah, that's kind of like how, that's just a little fun fact for y'all. I'm in despair now because of that. Don't be in despair. There are worse things. I'm trying to find like one of my old stop motions because I can't find it. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't think I can find it. I didn't do many of them. I don't think I can find it. Chat, I think I've lost it. I can't find it. I did a Christmas special though. Yeah, I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it. Alright, but anyways, I did make like Lego stop motions back in the day. And that was an interesting time. Alright, so moving forward a little bit. I found my 100 subscribers special. Which is kind of funny. This is public. Hold on. Where's the 100 subscriber special? There it is. I redid this. I actually redid this thumbnail on stream because I thought it would be funny. But literally, this is all it was. So, literally, 100 subscribers was a special Q&A that people could ask. And again, this was one of those moments I was like, okay, what was I called at this point? Was this Master Mega Gamer era? Yeah, this is when I was called Master Mega Gamer. What an epic intro, am I right? Damn! It's so good.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Master Mega Gamer.
Now you can hear my voice changed again.
Another video, and today is
So it was almost 2 years since I got 100 subscribers.
Because if you remember a while back, we did 100 subs or something like that. It's like we've reached.
By the way, getting 100 subs is
and all that,
so difficult to get, like back in the day. I don't know what it was. It was so hard.
So I decided, you know what? We have enough
The
questions.
Roblox account still called Master Mega Gamer. No, it's called TheStoryPainter YT. I actually bought Robux to change it.
15 questions.
Turtle with Jabbo Head, Roblox, Murder Mystery, yo.
I'm super excited. Thank you guys so much for getting me to 100 subs.
Why does he sound like
as
James?
a
Why do
token
younger
of
me sound like
my
James?
Gratitude, here are some questions. So, let's just go in through these. I didn't alphabet
This is so
or
cringe
anything
to
like
look
that.
at.
So, here we go.
I literally sound like a
So, this is from
fetus.
Josh M.O.G.
Oh my gosh.
Why did you call yourself Master Omega Gamer?
Oh, I need to check.
That's a
I need to
very
see this.
interesting question.
Wait a minute. That's literally just me. Did I ask myself questions? Also, we're gonna play some lo-fi in the background, so it's not just like quiet. OG James, whoa! Yeah, I know, guys. Isn't that crazy? I wrote to change your name. Nah, I take the hard road. Probably have over 50 Roblox accounts. Nice. Well, I didn't want to. I did so much stuff on that account though. I didn't want to just lose it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much like progress on that account. Anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on that. This was the point where I started like making more consistent content, a little bit more reaction stuff, but this is when it was more like Josh is doing a full-blown content. So like, as I said, the Roblox live streams started picking up a little bit more speed. I found that they received a lot more people watching.
I'm welcoming you back.
And this is like
oh, man.
a lot of the OGs on the channel watch these streams. And some of them are still around. I haven't talked to many of them, but some of them are still around to this day, which is pretty special.
Okay, that's not Mr. Mooseman.
Yeah, I would just
cool.
I would honestly watch
I'm
these
okay
like
with
do
that.
these live.
All right.
And it was a lot of fun. I used to play MM2,
Alright.
but now it's full of toxic.
If I can get Spy
PE
Tech,
daters.
which personality and what
My
does he do in
gosh.
the series? Basically, Spy Tech.
Of course he
I
did.
don't
It's
wanna
Roblox.
spoil too much.
You try to go anywhere in
Spy
Roblox,
Tech
bro.
Is basically a
You gotta enjoy that
of
voice
one of the
chat, you know what I'm
generals
saying?
In the Evil Lord's army, which that character's name
But
is
yeah,
Jax, and I'm playing
live
him.
streams
I will be
was like my go-to for a while. as like relevant to this. Like, yeah, like Super Mario 64 Online, where I played that live. I did a little bit more Minecraft streams, but it really wasn't until 3 years ago I actually got Minecraft, and I started like playing it a lot more consistently. And this is when I really started to take YouTube just a little bit more serious, making like actual planned out episodes for stuff. Like burning the Easter Bunny. This was like a burning map. I want to go back. Wait, what if we go back for one video and we do like old style Minecraft stuff? I think that'd be cool. But yeah, this is when I was taking YouTube a tad more seriously and like trying to at least make decent thumbnails. And it was okay. There was nothing really special about the videos, so there really is not much to say about it. I just made like, I broke the pit, tried out different stuff, but that was about it. Kind of one of actually the more defining times of my channel was when I made a video called Mark the Therapist. Mark the Therapist was a series that I made that was more IRL, and I got a bunch of my friends to make a comedy sketch, an improv comedy sketch. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, bro. Mark the Therapist I made during my first year working at a retreat center camp that I actually still work to this day. And I got a bunch of my friends to say, hey, you know what? There's this guy. Actually, I didn't explain this for a moment. Do you think Mark's available? I still have Mark on Discord. I want to see if Mark's available right now. I'm going to DM him. Hold on. Nah, he's offline. Damn it. This would have been a perfect time to talk to Mark about this. But essentially, this guy's a really funny guy. Call Mark. I tried. Hold on. I'll see if he's. I'll see. Hold on. Are you on? No, I don't think he is. But anyways, Mark, very interesting guy. He could basically just say. He's the type of guy that could say stuff and not crack a smile at all. And the stuff he'd say would be really funny. So he was essentially an enigma at camp. So I was like, okay, I had this crazy idea. I was like, you know what? What if I made a series about Mark giving therapy to people, but it just goes totally bonkers? And that's the idea behind Mark the Therapist. And this series really started making like iconic characters to the YouTube channel. Like, you could talk about Mark the Therapist to this day, and it'll still come up. Like, even if you do search up, like, Mark the Therapist. Like, yeah, this video pops up. Even though we made Mark the Therapist before Mark in Therapy, so this should be #1, but regardless. Probably go back and change the tags. But this was a point when we started making relevant characters to the channel that people would come back, they would notice, it would be a part of it. And it kind of started off like the whole thing of us making, you know, like Requise, Steve, Boppo, like all these characters to the channel. And honestly, it was improv.
To be a therapist for dummies
And get away.
and get away with it.
So yeah, this is just what it was. And it was just the entire camp loved it. So like, why don't we make more in the future? But it was just this entire improv show of Mark giving therapy.
Well, girls are complicated. That's a law that all men sadly have to abide by. But
Because this guy right here didn't know how to talk to girls.
Like, going to the girl, like ready to talk to them.
It was so
If
dumb.
you-
Oh my
if you're, like,
gosh.
interested
But yeah,
in
that was
person,
2018.
first thing, just like
This gives me old YouTube vibes. And I know that's the best part about it, I think. Is that, again, you could just make these videos and just have fun with it and have friends with it. This is kind of the same thing. I forgot to bring this up. Kind of the same type of video that we made with also another improv series that we made called Survival Hunter Steve. Let me see if I can bring it up. Survival Hunter Steve technically was the first improv like live action series that we had, but I honestly keep forgetting about it. But this video was also with just a bunch of friends that we'd go in and we'd just do an improv immediately. Let's see. I might actually unlist this. You know what? I'm gonna unlist this.
We're
pop
out
up that
here
everyone's recommended and be
in the
really
North
confused.
Pole. Our mission for today is to try to find Santa.
But yeah, it was just this stereotypical Australian. And that was the entire
So let's
thing
get
behind it.
started.
All right. You do know about.
But yeah, this is just like what it was. I think that's the best part about it. Going forward, start making more videos with friends. At this point in time, this is when I was really getting a little bit more connected to the community as a whole. And that's actually when I made my first video with a good buddy of mine named Donnie the Crusader. And this is the time I was also making like renders for thumbnails a little bit better and just working on it. If I bring it up, didn't you make lore with that channel? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me see if I can. So this is when I was called iJoshPlays, by the way.
Game of Minecraft, and today I'm with Scrub. Hi, Scrub.
Ow!
I can't even hear myself.
Oh, I gotta love the sticky keys. But today, ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, this is when I was making like videos with Donnie,
We are
and that's like
in
when I really
a
started doing like more
glorious
collab
Christmas
videos.
Map, because today is the countdown to Christmas 1. I had to pre-record some
Yeah,
stuff.
it's just interesting. Continuing, I do want to look back real quick because I did miss some stuff. Old YouTube was better because I did not have total water moderation. Damn. Like, I guess just the interesting part about it is that you could just go back and make whatever you wanted. I think that's the fun part about it. Like, if I wanted to make a vlog, I could. You know? Now, around this time, I would make a series called Countdown to Christmas, which I would make a video every single day in December, which was a lot, and it would honestly, like, lower the quality of my videos, which is kind of sad, but regardless, it's just whatever. But we would just make these videos, and it was just a lot of fun. Yeah, you can see, like, Grinch Simulator, that still survived. That was one of the Countdown to Christmas videos. There is an ASMR video on your channel. Yeah, I do. It's great. Don't worry about it. It's lovely. But yeah, these are all just like countdown to Christmas videos. Josh does whatever he feels like it at the moment, and that's how it works. So then came the real defining moment of my channel and shaped it to what it is today. And that is Legends of Iota Episode 1. This was the first time I did a Minecraft roleplay. And like, I've done voice acting for other roleplay channels at this time. Like, I was part of a friend group that did a lot of Minecraft roleplays. And I was like, you know what? That looks like fun. Why don't I make something like that? So I got someone to draw this thumbnail. We recorded it. And this was born. Legends of Iota 2019. I know I'm skipping a lot of videos through, like, this whole explanation of the channel, but there's just so many I don't want to miss anything. Legends of Iota was the first Minecraft roleplay that we made, and it was completely original, and a lot of people enjoyed it. Almost 10,000 views for my first roleplay, and it was completely original, not based off of anything. And it was one of the Minecraft roleplays that legitimately had a jump scare in it. Now, everything in this video to this day, looking back at it at the moment, Iota was like the start of the ARG. Yeah, it really was. Iota was the start of like a story that was behind a story. And that's when it was first introduced to this creature named Solajar, officially. Everything about this video, like, so many things that could be like fixed about it. The camera shots aren't great. There's a lot of like little things, but I was very proud of it when it came out. And it was a very defining feature. When I first made this video. It took a lot. I think this took a whole month to make this one episode, but I still enjoyed it. And I think it was still an experience that you don't want to forget. And now everything in this video, honestly, to this day, I've told Theorist this, and I'll probably, and I will say it again, probably about 99% of this video is now inaccurate to the current set of lore. In full honesty, this is when I didn't really have a full set of lore. Now I do. This video is pretty inaccurate now, so don't like use this as a waypoint of trying to figure out what the story is now, because it's just not relevant anymore. But it involved a new character, the investigator, about this secondary world that exists.
Have also been in this portal.
And it was very interesting in like that aspect.
Trained men to help.
But yeah, it's like right here. He's going on about like all these things are happening. You should do a remake or something in like your current style. Okay, I'm gonna explain this real quick. Legends of Iota, I was never really happy with with how it was progressing. Now that I've kind of figured all my lore out, my story, like how everything kind of interconnects, I'll rewrite it. I don't know if I'll make it a Minecraft roleplay. I'll make it into something, but I don't know if I'm going to make it into a Minecraft roleplay. It really depends. But yeah, it was just like...
Must escape this cursed battle!
And this is when I had like low voice actors. Like I didn't have any voice actors like at this point. I think I had maybe 10... Like my production team at this point maybe had 10 people a part of it, and that's it. Like legitimately. Because these were all pre-built maps and everything.
I'm out of range. Good. There's a weird noise.
And it introduced this guy. And this was something people, like, when my audience first saw this, they didn't really expect this at all. Because, like, what the hell? What is this guy? And as time progressed, it became a little bit more of a piece into a larger puzzle. But, yeah. Legends of Iota really kickstarted what my current channel is now. And I think that's the crazy part about it. So, I would make, again, more, like, old-style Minecraft videos, murder mystery, try not to laugh, parkour, never have I ever, burning maps continuously, cops and robbers. Yeah, like, Mark the Therapist 2 is when this was coming out as well. This is when I met more of the people I still talk to this day. So this is when I met Joseph at this time. I actually want to bring, you know what, is Joseph in the call? Hold on, is Joseph in the call real quick? He is, wait a minute. I want to bring Joseph a part of this. Right to speak. I gotta bring Joseph in here. Joseph, hello!
Why would you want me to be here? What?
Because we're talking about how we first met.
Fair enough.
Alright, so, first video you were a part of was Try Not to Laugh.
Oh, God. I remember.
So, this was with... Oh, I'll try to remember everyone who was in this. So, this was Jules, Blooper, and you, and myself. That cookie in the thumbnail, what are you talking about? Don't worry about it. But, yeah, this is when we were making Try Not to Laugh videos. And that's Joseph sounding like a fetus.
No, I don't like this.
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?
Hey,
yo, it's you! Look, it's you with the spider! Oh, and Rachel was there, too.
Basically.
When Rachel was a weeb.
Oh, I'm being sent back to an area which I do not like because I was a fetus back then. I was so unfunny.
Here we go. Let's get into this.
I forgot Rachel was called My Hero Fangirl.
Joey, Rachel,
God.
and Julia. So, I'm gonna
like, this was crazy. Like, looking back at this.
I still wish we can do this again, because, like...
We should try redoing it again. I think that'd be funny.
Yes.
I think it would be funny, but... Yeah.
Especially with our humor today.
So, yeah, this is when Joseph, like, started getting introduced to everything. Met Joseph through Donnie. And kind of just went through there. And then, never have I ever... Like, this one, the ultimate cookie. This is when I met someone named Cookie. And this guy in the thumbnail, this blonde boy of a skin. Yeah. Guys, who do you think this guy was? I'm just curious. Who do you think? I just invited him to speak. Who do you think this guy is?
Wait.
I Steel.
Oh my god.
So this is like the first video of Steel joined.
I'm going to kill Dragon for saying Nugget.
Oh my gosh.
Blonde boy.
I actually fully remember how we met as well. It was for Donnie.
Yeah.
Because I was a part of a different friend group that Donnie was a part of, and one day Donnie was streaming, so I'm like, I'm gonna stream, I'll join the stream, why not? And then Josh was there, and back then...
Heckle Flame Neat people that were a part of this. I remember I was like cringe. Anyways, hold on, Steel, before you continue, I gotta see who's in this.
First off, we've
Bro,
got
Crazy Cookie.
Crazy Cookie, we've got...
Joseph, you're skinned. You're skinned.
Oh, Moto.
What in the hell is this? I remember my JoJo error. I do not remember this.
I remember Sir Lumi. I don't know what happened to Sir Lumi. I think we fell out of contact. I
Gone.
Yeah.
We've got whatever.
Oh yay, there's Steel! Our boy, bro!
Steel!
It was like one of the times I was using more player models. I'm like, this is cool.
Wait,
and then,
is this Evan?
That's Evan. Look at my leg.
It is Evan. That was the first video Evan collabed in too.
Josh,
Wait,
Oh
where's
my
Evan?
God.
I forgot his name used to be Sad Cowboys.
Evan joined.
We should practice not talking
Evan,
over each
get
other,
in,
right, guys?
Yeah.
Evan, this is the first video you joined.
God,
I know, I remember, I was like, as soon as you click the video, I'm like,
Go check out everyone else's social
I
media.
forgot.
I was gonna see myself.
Channel Joseph's
Sad Cowboys.
I used to, yeah, I was unoriginal and I didn't have a defining name yet for myself.
Sad Cowboys.
This call is hectic. I know. It was crazy. But regardless, this is when it was more of like a bunch of friends just being bros. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of friends being bros. And this is when we started making Mark the Therapist 2. So as I said, we started making more series that was a little bit like as a meme to the whole channel as a whole. And now this one was a lot more well done. We actually had like episodes planned. And there was actually a story that was going to go with it. But we lost a bunch of the footage for the final episode. So it never really was completed. But Memory Loss was funny, Murderous Sushi Chef, 2016 Syndrome, Pickle Phobia. These videos were just a lot of fun. You could just turn on the camera and we try not to laugh because Mark is really funny with it. Minecraft Streamer Sunday was an interesting time. This is when I first started making events and it was all for charity. And this was after, I think, what was it? Minecraft Saturdays or whatever was kind of went up in smoke. But we made Minecraft Streamer Sunday as just a fun time with like Bed Wars and Spleef. And it was all to raise money for charity, which was a lot of fun. You should bring back Mark the Therapist. I have plans for that. I can't say anything yet. But Minecraft Streamer Sunday was just honestly a fun time to raise some money for charity and have fun with it. So like Bernessa was in the... I can't speak today. Bernessa, Donnie, Ovek, like a bunch of them were part of it. And I think we raised it like $500 for charity, which is pretty nuts if you really think about it, because this is when we all had smaller channels. I think
the KFC dating game video. I remember.
I think this was when I almost had 1,000. Yeah, like there's the 1,000 subscribers right there. This is when I almost had 1,000. I think Ovek at the time had like 800. I think Bernessa was like the largest at the time, if I remember. And then like Donnie. So like this is when we were all like really small content creators. But it was just interesting that we could raise that much money. Just like, you know, having fun with it.
Honey Hollow.
Honey Hollow. Man, okay, so Honey Hollow is the first
was born.
Chad, we're going deep. We're going deep into the lore of the story painter right now.
Into the
so
lore.
Honey Hollow was a SMP. This is before like SMPs were like huge. Okay. Honey Hollow was an SMP I joined with Nova. Nova Does Gaming. And it was just an honest little fun server that you could go on. We built up this huge thing. I think we made a communist flag on the server. I don't remember. But this is when 1.15 was out. They had all the bees and everything, so it was a lot of fun.
I remember.
The foxes.
It's also where Snort was born.
Snort the fox. Sonica, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But Honey Hollow, I think it just like a lot of people just stopped playing on it and it just kind of wilted. I forget. But yeah, like I remember I loved Honey Hollow. Honey Hollow was a very fun SMP to go on. Now, this is the time when we started going back to like the whole skits part about it. And this is when we started making The Painter's Office, which was technically the first like consistent Minecraft series that we made. And people actually loved it. I don't know how. This was us being nerds on Mineteria on a housing plot, and people adored it, and they just loved it.
It was great.
It was called We Were Bored one day. It's like, what if we just do an Office parody, and then we did it.
Wait, we're forgetting about one of the greatest things that Josh ever made. The Doki Doki one.
We'll show that later.
Oh no!
Yeah, this is just us doing an Office like.
Ah, fuck! Oh my god!
It was so
Pookie,
chaotic.
what do you want?
Why did we have Pookie do that voice anyways? I forget. Why did we have?
Pookie just wanted to do it. That was the entire reason.
Yeah, she's been doing that for like an hour now.
There was like.
But she doesn't usually sound like that. I mean, I know she's a
There was like no reason as to why people were doing stuff. It was just people were doing stuff because they wanted to.
And that was just like a lot of fun.
I'm trying to get
Painter's Office is one of the goofiest RPs ever.
Fine.
That was the best part about it, though.
It's just improv.
Hey, yo, it's Steel with his original skin.
I don't know. I've been drinking coffee.
Since when do you drink coffee?
One.
It looks so stupid.
Listen.
It's okay.
He's been doing it too. I'm scared too.
The hat.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Click chat. Click to join and chat to play.
But anyways, it was... Yeah, Painter's Office was a fun time. It was just, again, one of those things that you could just turn on, have a theme for it, and go for it, right? This is when, like, Ash was, like, voice acting for us a lot. Who else was in this video? Wait a minute. Who's on that thumbnail?
I think Toby was in the video, too.
Toby was in a few of them.
Yeah.
Master Cookie YT.
Toby was introduced in the next video of the Painter's Office.
Oh yeah, Toby was introduced.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, was it that? Was it that one video?
In a very important one.
Also, fun fact. I'll get to that in a second. Just to let everyone know, we are remaking Painter's Office, but we're gonna be doing it as like the Office, a more machinima skit, which is gonna be fun. We tried out with the MCC special that we made, and people loved it. So we are going to be bringing back Painter's Office. Going to have the same amount of crazy, but a little bit more coherent and a little bit actually like of a drive. I don't remember this. I think I stopped watching a little before this. JC, that's all right. You can go back and watch a few of this. Okay, this video of the Painter's Office. This introduced a character that has occurred in all...
son.
That is, the running joke has been, Boppo appears in every single series, regardless. And it has been a running joke. So Boppo was made by Steel, which we'll get into like how the characters were made, the thought behind a bunch of them. But Boppo is Steel's character, and we introduced this gruff sounding man to the series. And this is when we brought a little bit more people. Like Painter's Office was fun because you could bring essentially anyone from the PA, the Painter's Alcove team, into this. Yeah, this is when Toby first was joining.
I'm low. What's your name?
Yep. My name is Clinny. Oh god, I forgot Joseph joined in this video too.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, was just the piranha plant?
Look.
I forgot. Yeah, Boppo murdered a man. He's murdered countless people though.
Oh, I'm the health inspector. How are you doing today?
Oh, he tried to murder me, so I...
Hey, oh, don't mind me. I'm just a health inspector, Steel. Do I sound like Boppo yet?
No.
Your voice sounds higher though with this version.
Yeah, it's mainly because my voice is deep into bits.
He was a youngin.
That was a youngin.
Child.
But yeah, Boppo like just appears in every series. Like, I'll just be real with you. I don't know how Boppo canonically got into Mega SMP. I don't understand. We're like, well, Boppo's got to appear in every series as the running gag, so I guess we're just gonna have it happen. So.
I understand it.
I don't know.
Okay, shut up, Steel.
And this is when we were started launching all our series. One in particular being...
I'm going to die.
Five Nights at Freddy's, Tomorrow is Another Day. The first season of FNaF. This made people really intrigued about what we were doing. A lot of people at this time... Fun fact, originally I never wanted to do a FNaF series. Okay, because this is when I was voice acting for some FNaF channels. And everyone was like, okay, you should make one. I'm like, FNAF's gonna cringe, bro, at the time, all right? And that's just how it was for me. So then everyone kept like, you need to make one, you need to make one. I'm like, okay, fine. Make a series and see how it does. And I'm glad I did, because a lot of people enjoyed it. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a series that's really dark, because that's how I always envisioned FNAF to be.
That's mad funny.
And I loved FNAF's, like, the fourth game. So this is like what it was based off of. But yeah, this teaser trailer in particular, we did our best with to make it feel like an actual FNAF game. I think that's the one thing I loved about it. Like, even the models were super nice. I hate that the Fredbear's eyes followed you. And that was just the model, how it worked.
Mm-hmm. Like, honest to God, the models were done very well.
Yeah.
We didn't use them because using them would be really weird for the RP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was kind of like the first time a lot of the people we had in the team, like going like to the first episode and just the entire series, was really doing improv.
Yeah. Like an actual, like, laid out story, but in improv.
Yeah. Not to mention, me and Josh, like, made a lot of the pizzeria at, like, 2 a.m. one night.
By hand, mind you.
By hand. And then, fun fact, you all can thank me for the trees. I had to plant those by hand. That took me a few hours.
Why didn't you just use World Edit?
Because I didn't know how to use World Edit at the time.
Steel had to plant all the trees around the pizzeria by hand and make them grow. And it was kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie.
He could have planted the saplings.
Oh, wait! This is the remnant extractor! I forgot we showed that off the first episode.
Oh, wait! I remember I canonically committed tax evasion that one time. Yeah, okay, I remember.
What?
In
Painter's office.
I remember
now.
Bro, this machine gives me flashbacks. Man.
Yeah.
Freaking remnant extractor. Constantly caused so many problems. Stupid
It
little...
really did.
If the remnant extractor did not exist, literally 90% of the story of both the seasons would not exist. In full honesty.
That is true.
They'd all just be happy.
Yeah.
No, I mean, slightly depressed.
Now, the next episode that we have to talk about that existed on the channel was a DDLC series.
The first one
where we introduced a new character.
Yeah, the first one was taken down.
The first one was taken down because
by us.
It was just dumb.
Not just dumb. We got away with a lot of stuff.
So dumb.
Oh, never mind. I remember why.
This episode was the beginning behind a character named Sneaky Steve. And this was this was Joseph's child, essentially, this character.
Came out
by the way,
You've not checked out the...
What? You haven't checked out the new Patreon that you posted nothing on?
I think I can say for everyone that the DDLC stuff, for the most part, is not canon.
No.
For the most part.
For the most part, like...
Oh, there he is, right there.
Identify
yourself.
There he is.
I'm allergic to human contact.
In all technicalities, there's a different version of it in like a different kind of like. No, I'm gonna make a story.
One.
The only
Fuck off.
Hey, Vieves!
Mr. Kitchen Floor.
I hate you.
Alright, everybody, stop messing around with Steve. Come over here.
My.
Alright.
What's wrong? You're just Sayori, Evan.
Everyone's
This series was
You're so cute. Is that illegal?
I also love how we tried to bring a narrative to this.
Obama was supposed to be the principal, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, yeah.
It was me.
Oh, wow.
Barack Obama.
Obama was supposed to be the
we will have us an event.
Wait, is that why he had a DDLC outfit in FNaF? Yes, that's exactly why he had a DDLC outfit in FNaF.
Oh.
And then came the point, the official turning point of my channel. And that was...
Brian Lovania.
No. Minecraft FNaF 4, A Fresh Start, which was the first episode to FNaF series. I'm still proud of this thumbnail, by the way. I think this thumbnail is very well done.
Oh yeah, no it is.
This is actually, this is a pretty good episode, but I don't like, if only because my performance in it was not that good.
Joseph, it was literally one of your first times doing
Joseph, if it makes you feel better. This is also one of my first times as well, because this is when Requise was introduced.
Oh, can we look at Requise real quick? I want to look at Requise's part.
You gotta go to the pickle joke.
Greetings, Mr. Josh A.
Oh, God.
As a valued employee of Fredbear Enterprises,
cool.
we appreciate your time and dedication.
Oh, but even like the feel of this place is so cool.
And I think there's another
Hey, yo, it's Jake!
Honestly though,
Can I talk about this episode real quick, Steel? Please?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
one interesting fact I loved about this episode is that we did try to make it very much like the original FNaF series. Every time that we would look away from the animatronics, the actors would specifically move to look at us, and they wouldn't move again until we stopped looking at them, which was so cool. Because look at this. Hold on. Steel. I gotta explain this, bro. Okay, so...
Dude, like, there's gonna be germs everywhere.
Like, hold on. Where is it? When we first enter the pizzeria...
But
yeah, you see they're looking at us right here.
No,
let me full screen this.
There's foliage everywhere.
But yeah, you see that the two were looking ahead, then Fredbear's looking at us, and then we started looking at over here.
That's weird. There's why. This looks completely.
Oh.
And they were still looking over there. But I think the interesting part is just the little
have you
things
checked
that
it out,
happens.
Jeremiah, recently, like the entire place, or no?
Yeah,
This is when I don't know how to voice act. I don't know what I'm doing.
I think I also like reset my head position afterwards.
Nice.
Well,
Let's just see. You're working
Yeah,
at
this
a
is
pizza
like
place.
no HD.
Dude, like-
See, right there. And then we'd have, they would start looking at us. And I think that was the crazy part about it. And I don't know, I just like that aspect, but just little things like that for season 1 was super nice. But even like this, like they would just stand right there.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
But let's talk about one of the most iconic people.
No.
Yeah.
Rick had such a rough start.
Let's talk about one of the most iconic characters to the channel to this day.
I think so.
What was your inspiration for the
wait a
weird
second.
looking arm you have? It's a steampunk arm. I can't explain any more than that.
We'll figure that out. Don't claim.
Let's talk about this guy real quick.
All right.
Evan's first role.
Leave. Let's see if in hello.
he did such a
Supposed to only
Oh
be
my
a joke character.
He was, but he became more.
Sir, what doing in here?
Hey yo, it's Requise.
Oh, I hated the. I couldn't do the voice correctly as my first time. Like
What's
now
wrong
I
with
could do-
Requise,
no.
bro?
Yeah. Oh, and Dragon's right, by the way.
How long have you?
Requise's name did come from a meme, yes.
I don't know.
That
Yes.
we cannot recite.
I cannot recite it.
On
If you
here,
find
at
it, good job. Not telling you how to find it.
For a long time.
Oh my gosh.
I love
Well,
Requise.
you're free now.
Which is funny. We're going to talk about the characters a little bit more later, but Requise literally started to be a joke character and people loved him. Like, as something completely different in my opinion. And I think that's crazy. Anyways, moving forward, because we got a lot to go through still. Yeah, we made
It's so
FNaF
weird.
content. Tried doing Gmod. What, Joseph?
Oh yeah, it's so weird seeing Requise not like with robotic pieces. It's weird.
Fair.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Gmod. Oh yeah.
God.
Was there a good reason why we stopped?
Because it,
Like,
not as many people watched the Gmod videos.
but it was still fun as hell.
It was
because
really
Gmod,
fun.
Gmod at that point was just Gmod's kind of dead. Like it's just
Yeah.
It's so funny.
unless it's by certain people, it's dead. It's been dead for a while.
Gosh,
But
go to the ever isekai anime ever and show that one scene that made you die laughing.
I'm good. I'll pass.
Oh wait.
Damn it.
Wait. Is
But
it the one with the Obama plane?
Something I do want to show real quick is like
Oh my. No, we. Knew
I
this.
think something that made FNAF Season 1 kind of stand out was how it was a lot more unsettling than other RPs, like at least for FNAF wise, which I really liked. Like this thumbnail alone kind of captured that. I like how there was so much shadow on Enard and all that. It had that very creepy aesthetic to it. And I think these thumbnails, the Enard thumbnail is still one of my favorites to this day that I've made for FNAF Season 1.
Other
But
than the first
I
episode
think
one.
what really started setting our series apart for everyone else was the episode Minecraft FNAF 4 Slaughter. I think that's when it started setting off where people are like, okay, wait a minute. This isn't
Wait a
a
minute.
normal series.
Oh, this series. built different.
This was one of the, this isn't our darkest episode, but it's there.
Starting to dip its toes into the abyss.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think with this episode really started being like, oh, okay. And people really started getting suspicious of it. And then we started going to the concept that, well, if an animatronic, killed Jeremiah, then, it's got to get dismantled. So then it came to the point where you have this dilemma of like, do you destroy these animatronics or whatnot? It was kind of creepy. And then, like, one of the things that we said, like, Mangle was built out of, like, spare parts from Chica, which was kind of morbid, but interesting at the same time.
I was like, oh, we're having Mangle. I'm just like, what if Mangle was built out of spare parts from Chica?
And then, like, we introduced, still to this day, one of my favorite episodes is the cafe competition. To this day, it's still one of my favorite episodes we ever made. Like, look at this, hold on. Like, this episode alone was so funny because it just had Fredbear watching like Josh and all them here, whatever.
I think you might be talking about the date one.
Oh, the date one. I don't care. Date one, that one was fun. It was all fun to me. Why is YouTube lagging? Why is YouTube always lag so bad? Holy crap. Anyways, the whole thing with Emma was really cute. People really liked that we had this like really nice dynamic between someone who is super serious and someone who is not super serious at the same time. But then this episode, Forsaken.
Oh,
which one? Oh,
Forsaken. I want to talk about this one for a bit. This episode to this day is super dark that I have ever made. This episode alone, I still don't actually get any. Like I think some of the music was copyrighted later down the road. So technically speaking, any revenue, any ads that have been on this video, I have not received a penny for it. Because I could have re-uploaded it, but to me, that music fit too well. It needed to be there. So, Forsaken was such an interesting episode. It's the first time I actually had to cry on camera for that. And I was sobbing at the same time. But this episode was super dark. No one expected it, that we would just do this type of bombshell where she just dies. She just straight up just freaking gets torn apart by Ennard. And the rage, like, yeah, everyone was like, "What the hell?"
Ennard did a bit of trolling.
Joseph, I'm gonna slap you if you say Ennard did a bit of trolling.
Send him back.
Okay.
One of the things I think I remember from this video as well is one of the big kind of set off points. The reason we did this as well. Well, probably not the only reason we did it. We probably have multiple others, like for story plot reasons and such. But people dug too deep.
Oh, that's right. That was a big thing with our story as well for the first season.
Oh yeah, digging too deep. Also,
yeah, consequences. Yeah, consequences for thy actions.
But this was an aspect that we really wanted to go to is like, what would happen if someone legitimately... It was more of like the descent of someone who'd go insane. And these final episodes of the FNaF series were super creepy because people really didn't expect us to go this type of route with it. And I think that was the interesting part about it. Why is it not... Why do I have to constantly scroll down the entire time? Hello?
Oh, because you have it sorted from probably oldest to...
Whatever, it's fine. Okay, I'll fix it in a minute. And then... Yeah, like, all these episodes were so interesting. I think we really felt depressed about the final episode of FNaF Season 1.
I was really proud of playing an art for that one, where he was just basically taunting you.
So I think people legitimately did think it was going to end, like with this. And with the remnant extractor going off, which was super a nice aesthetic to it.
Oh.
You could just feel it. And with the FNaF Season 3, like, good ending music, too. And it's just all these characters that you have come to love. Like, Requise there, bro. Okay, Steel, Evan, and Joseph, how did you feel about this episode, by the way?
This was one of the saddest episodes I've ever done, just because, like, it was my first time ever doing it.
It was a pretty sad episode.
One word.
I was
Damn.
Yeah, I forgot I went for Bloom Voice Head.
I know, that was such a bad shot.
Yeah, it's fine. This episode for me, I think I had a lot of fun with it, but it also made me really sad, especially because this is the first time I actually finally was able to go through an entire series with voice acting, and it wasn't like canceled or some stuff like that. I was very emotional by it, and I enjoyed playing Ennard a lot during that season.
This ending credit scene right here.
Yeah,
like,
this final credit scene was very sad because, like, you could.
Boy, there's my old
I think it's just like trying to see, like, seeing all these people that were a part of it. Then we also did a moment where we kind of thanked a bunch of, like, super fans too, which was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this makes me feel sad just watching this, bro.
I think it was like one of the first times I think all of us kind of got to like the ending of a series, right? So like
yeah,
finishing this season of it, it was very emotional for all of us because I think at the time we didn't fully know if we were gonna do a season 2.
Right here, hold on. Super fans. Like, we literally did this whole thing about how we wanted to honor a bunch of the people that, like, constantly commented, people that really enjoyed it.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Donnie.
dude, this makes me feel sad.
Barnaby, goddamn.
Our boy.
Oh,
But like,
What was that? Goddamn.
No, like at the time, we had ideas for season 2, which is why we kind of had like the ending bit with William, but like we didn't fully know if we were gonna do a season 2 yet.
We talked about how the difference between the prep that required for season 1 ending versus the prep for the season 2 ending for a moment.
Oh my.
Okay,
before took so long.
Before we continue talking about the season 2 ending, it took such a long time. But my favorite moment from that is like Jake had to get his creation voice changer ready. It's like we were recording and stuff. We were doing like the first take, and like in the middle of Afton's monologue from like the second final part, Jake in his creation voice is like, "All right, I'm ready. Let's do this."
And we were like in the middle of it, and we couldn't take it.
Everyone just started dying laughing.
If I could find where that clip is, I would bring it up, but honestly, I forget. So
like we were all just dying laughing. Like everyone was like so stressed, tired that everyone just started dying in laughter.
That was it was an
so
early
funny.
recording, and we started early, and it just went so late into the night. We were just like, come on, guys. We can finish this. Come on.
So this is when we launched 2 series.
Yeah, hold on, I'll be back in a moment.
FNaF Season 2. I'm sorry, it's okay, Jake. It's all right. This is when we launched Season 2 of FNaF, which we improved a lot on, full honesty. Like, we worked really hard to make Season 2, like, more improved upon it, make it a little bit, like, make it better, of course. Like, okay, chat, would you say Season 1's better or Season 2's better? I'm always, like, people are very conflicted on which one they liked better. Because they kind of operate differently. I think Season 2 is a lot more planned than Season 1, which I enjoyed. But I don't know. What would you say is better, 1 or 2? And while you're thinking about that, this is actually when we launched a series which we didn't think would do very well originally. We launched Helltaker as this test run of a different series besides just FNaF. Because we didn't want to just do FNaF for our content. So we're like, okay, Helltaker is a really big thing right now. What if we made Helltaker but put our own spin on it? And that's what happened for Helltaker. And that's where we're introduced to James, this character that we wanted to bring out more like normal guy compared to like the super buff Gary Helltaker. And
Gary.
I don't know. I just want to test that mechanic of what would happen if just someone who wasn't all these things went into hell to try and find his friend. Not like to find love for the demon girls, but to actually find his friend is like a more noble cause. And
this is also the birthing of Hans.
Yeah, Hans.
No, you gotta let me do it. Yeah.
Also,
that part with Hans killed me every single time, bro.
Which one? You got to work the glutes, my man.
I also want to say, I remember we're recording that episode. The way we recorded it, it was like I think it was like one of the first times we recorded an episode that wasn't in like the recording studio. It was just I think it was like early during the morning.
Yeah.
Not even morning, like at like around like 12 p.m. EST, and it was just me, you, and Toby, and we just like let's just record the first episode and get it over with, and it's like okay,
yeah. So yeah, Helltaker in Season 2 ran side by side. We uploaded these daily, did we not? We did. I think all these daily, which a lot of people love. I can't do daily anymore because I've got a full-time job. But once we start having all these series, we're definitely gonna make stuff a little bit more consistently than we have, like with Remnant. As a newcomer to the channel, it's fascinating to learn about all the series in history. I'm glad because there's like a lot to it.
Yeah.
But going through all these, the FNaF series had a lot more, like, they had returning characters. A lot of people loved it because they already loved FNaF. But while we were making FNaF, a lot of people were watching the Helltaker series too, and they had a different appreciation for it as well. They liked Helltaker was a little bit more of a break from what FNaF Season 2 was. Season 2 of FNaF was very dark, and Helltaker was kind of like that breath of fresh air. And it was just a fun one to do, in full honesty. Like, Minecraft, new employees, that's when Boppo and Steve kind of became a permanent character in the series. And everyone loves, like, all the original characters we made, and I want to talk about this in a little bit, all the original characters we made people loved, and I think that's the beautiful part about it. It's not just like, oh, look, it's Spring Bonnie! Yay! And, I don't know, it's nice to see it that a lot of people enjoy, like, the original creations that we made, too.
Well, because you're not bound by anything. That's the great part about original creations. So,
and that's the best part about it, in my opinion. So FNaF Season 2 went into this case about what was the killers called? The Harvest Killers.
The Harvest Killer.
The Harvest Killer strikes again, and it was about how these children were disappearing near the pizzeria. And we dropped a bombshell that Earl Informazione Linguini, a character that was also meant as a joke, turns into the mastermind behind all the disappearance.
You see, at this point, we can't make joke characters as they turn into very important characters.
They do, but I think that's what's great, though.
Like, this episode, people were nuts for. The abduction episode. Hold on, let's play this real quick.
You haven't subscribed
to the TheStoryPainter. Actually, let's take that for a moment. What? You haven't subscribed to the TheStoryPainter? You know it's fun, right? You should go hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to receive notifications when we go live. Thanks and enjoy the video.
Looking back at this video, a big thing I realized, just at any moment, if they wanted to, Steve or Boppo could have just gotten out of their restraints.
Oh yeah, but that wouldn't be fun, alright?
It wouldn't have made an episode, but I just find it funny that they're just sitting there, just allowing this to happen at this point.
I mean, in fairness, I can't move. In fairness, all the other people could have been at risk, though.
What's going on?
Yeah, no, that's most likely.
I don't know. I can't get out of my chair though.
Funny. They're just like sitting there, like, eh.
Our voice acting was like on key with Season 2, though.
We've been kidnapped. Oh yeah, no. That was actually like, in the later episode. That was like the first time I actually voiced like a pissed Boppo.
I've been up this entire time.
That was pretty fun.
Why did Steve have a helmet on?
Steve?
I don't know.
It was
flicking the lamp in the corner.
It's Joseph.
It's Joseph. Maybe it was like he couldn't see.
All I remember was me and Roxanne going upstairs.
I feel like I got hit by
really have
the iron bars.
It's interesting. Behind Boppo, it had the BMC logo, which some people caught on to, like right here.
Where even are we?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Josh, that's for me to know, and for you to figure out.
I remember now what Earl used to quote-unquote
what's going on?
Torture Boppo. I forgot for a minute.
Yes, it is
the Gummy Bear album?
Hello, Josh.
I remember now.
And he's not even Italian. The horror! Oh no!
It's not.
I don't know why. I found the whole he's not even Italian.
Why are you doing
really
this?
Funny.
I have many reasons. One of them is I just need to get by, and I'm scratching anything I can.
Yeah, like what Joseph was about to say.
Quality job.
Yeah, Fish did a good
Okay,
job.
can you just let us out and we can be on our merry way?
I'm afraid not, Josh.
I think the crazy part about it is that like people like start despising Earl after this episode. Everyone hated Earl. They're like, how dare he lie to them? And I think the creepy part about Earl is the fact that he just like got to eat this human flesh in order to get out. And I think that's like the unsettling part about the whole thing.
Also, Steve in the corner flicking a lamp over and over again.
Thank you.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Had to bring that up. So
and obviously, at this point, the demon girls have already gotten out of hell. It was very interesting. I think at that point we had. Oh God, the Thanksgiving.
The Thanksgiving episode was funny.
That was horrifying. Wait, the Christmas Carol one was good though.
Oh, but
Okay, we gotta stay on track. We gotta stay on track. We've really been talking about videos for about an hour and a half, and I want to finish this up. Unknown Reality, by the way, is coming back. It's just I haven't had the time to work on it, but that's gonna be a full mission mode, which will be pretty cool. This is when the painter's office took a very long leave of absence with the hacked video, and a lot of people were interested by that one. And this is when, for the first time, people heard the voice of what was Soul Jar. This was the first time people actually heard it. Happening. Ah, my head.
Oh, no.
Steve dipped.
I ain't doing this. Oh.
There's no stopping it now.
Listen to what he says, though.
Everything goes by my wishes. You wanted this, right? You despicable players. You don't realize what you've started.
You think about it for a moment.
Goddamn Joker eyes.
What he actually said, though, you don't know what you've started. And after that, things started going down the drain with FNaF, Helltaker, Remnant, Omega SMP. Think about that for a moment. All right? And that's something I'm a little proud of when it comes to these videos, is that we do plan ahead when it comes to the lore. He literally said, you don't know what you've started. And, like, Omega SMP is probably one of the biggest explanations of that.
Yeah.
So...
Anyways, yeah, Doahan, that's a good question. Why does Earl have a prominent chin?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I just thought it'd be interesting. And this is when it started getting more dark with the FNaF series. This is when we started to have a little bit more content with even, what was it? With even, like, the Helltaker series. We wanted it to not just be, like, a funny thing. We wanted to have a little bit more serious stuff in it, too. Because, for me, like, as much as I think, like, joking has a place... I'm going to put on my green screen so people can see stuff better. As much as joking has a place in a story, I didn't want to be the only thing about it. And I think Helltaker did kind of hit that balance between it all. So, like, episodes Make Her Smile, Conflict, and then Sisters Forever. Those episodes really brought out what we were trying to more accomplish with the series. That makes sense? I don't know if that makes sense, gamers.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Also, I want to say this now. I still love that the Nightmare animatronic thumbnail you made.
Yeah.
Yeah, honest to God, it's probably one of my favorites you've made. Just because like it's really well like lit and all that.
Yeah, I'll show
really
it.
well made.
Yeah, these thumbnails I worked so hard on, by the way, and I'm glad that people enjoyed them. Because I loved doing it so much. These models were fun. And this is when we started doing like our own thing with FNaF 2, not just a pizzeria. And this really started the kickstart of, wait a minute, what is Blood Moon doing? Right? That's one of the things with FNaF showed off. Like, what is the Blood Moon Corporation doing? And this kind of really started to kickstart things. This is when they had to say goodbye to Pizzeria because of what was happening. Fun fact, with the Departed Souls episode, they were basically bringing back these bodies and injecting them with Remnant, and they were taking out like certain like pieces to like the government and stuff like that, which is kind of interesting, at least in
like
that timeline.
Officers.
Yeah. So all of this started going down to a boiling point. I think one of the interesting parts about these episodes was, what was it? Hold on. The ending. The ending for each episode was very creepy.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me bring this up.
Oh yeah, I remember why.
I'm finally ready to take this thing down for good.
All right. So watch this. This was a very cool aspect of it.
And we'll head out.
Seeing a gun in the same room as Freddy Fazbear and other animatronics kind of hurts me.
Now it's for the past 10 episodes that it would basically be counting down to Remnant.
Remnant, the Remnant OS, was that ever used? The
OSC? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, not on. Why do I keep on calling it OS?
Ost.
So
and then
moving.
Talk about the finales.
I'm gonna talk about the finale. This episode it was about 2 hours of footage that we condensed down to 41 minutes. This episode was really hard. I'm not gonna lie. Making this this thumbnail is still one of my favorites to this day. Because I think this is the point where Josh changed as a person. And I think that was the nice part about it. And just the ending itself was very horrifying. Like, if we even talk about, like, just how it was going down, right? And even explained all Remnant, too.
Yeah, and explain what happened.
I'll do my best.
I came back in such a bad shadow!
Go sit.
Shadow, no!
I think I'm gonna cry.
I forgot about Vanny.
Yeah.
I don't expect you.
Everyone dies eventually, so
Big shout out to
in the end, I don't regret the things I did or the people I've killed.
World of Goo OST.
World of Goo and Little Inferno OST was so beautifully used in this
Good
episode.
for you. Are you ready, Emma?
I had a breakdown during this. Oh, this episode hurts.
Yeah, no, it hurt.
So we'll come back when it's
being
safe
sent
and
to the
stuff.
abyssal realm.
Oh yeah, and this is where we really showed Boppo could actually.
We really showed, like, all of them, like, into one thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a clown car. What?
Thank you.
I ain't wrong.
And James, that's where he's handing off the torch to James.
I'll do my
bro.
best, okay?
I like James better than Josh, in full honesty.
And that's perfectly fine.
Requise.
I had such a hard time voice acting during
Yeah, I remember Evan was devastated.
I could barely even do it correctly, man.
I was devastated.
sorry,
We
Blood
all were
Bush.
devastated.
There's
Can't wait for
no such thing as happy endings here.
That part. Hurt.
Goodbye, old friend.
Part where it's just
Yep.
Boppo's normal voice.
Yep. I was like, I'm doing that.
Goodbye, Joshua. Thank you.
And then, like, just this entire episode where it starts, like, everything starts brightening because the extractor's going off, too. Like, it really felt like the world was ending at this moment. I think that was the great part about it. And even just freaking this midget, freaking child. Milky Oblonsky.
This is the best damn scene I've ever seen. My god.
Milky. Oh, that's right. Obama was the only one that knew Milky's speaking like that. Thought about that.
Milky's dialect.
Just the whole thing going on, too.
Oh, I get chills. Every time I see that scene, I get chills.
If you haven't seen FNaF and Helltaker, those are two series I highly recommend checking out.
I pressed the num key.
But, like, even when the letters,
to protect
too.
others. I'm counting on you.
Oh, this part was hard.
Oh, that's surprisingly nice.
The music hits so
To
hard,
Boppo.
bro. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Well, this wasn't
this part made me
turn of
cry.
events that we
I
probably
can
would have
feel
liked.
it in my eyes, bro.
Oh, my bones.
Oh, that's how life works. I'm terribly sorry for roping you into this mess.
The creepy part I want to explain real quick, though, about this ending. You have to consider this. Josh wrote these letters beforehand. So he knew he's gonna die. Think about that for a moment.
Especially since all your
Gave
kids are
him to
giving
the
you a
clown
handful as it
man.
is.
He gave him to Boppo.
Please take care of them. Don't let them get lost in the void, alright? I know the others don't understand what you are, but I know you mean it for
Bro,
good.
this makes me sad.
Yep.
It'll be a
Signed,
sad
Josh.
moment.
P.S. It was nice seeing you again.
It was nice seeing you again as well.
Nice seeing you again, too.
A very intriguing.
To James. Now, you probably
Sad, I know,
don't
it really is.
expect
And then the
a lot worse
Requise
than they
part,
did without
though.
you. Now, I hope you're able to find your daughter.
Hope you're able to find your daughter. And Remnant, he did.
I'm asking you to train up James. I think he's the true key to defeating Blood Moon. This new wasteland is not going to be the place that you remember.
And it's just
Not
like
going to feel
just
home.
straight into Remnant, and I think that's the nice flow of it too. I think that's what I really like
Believe in
about
you,
it.
Requise. From your best friend Josh.
Can't wait to get.
Like even this part where he's talking
Well,
with Boppo too, right?
There really is only one thing people like us can do now.
I want to let this part play for a moment.
That's
because
just
this was my
remember the
favorite
good.
part of the entire episode.
Yeah. No matter what happens. That's what I've been doing for a very long time.
You're right. We need to push forward.
Welp. I'll be back in a bit.
The world of Goo music fits so well.
But,
Yep.
Before I go...
Little Inferno
I'm
World
gonna
of Goo have a
mention,
special place in my heart. And I'm glad I could
once we
like,
do leave, some
incorporate it.
people are not gonna look the same.
No.
Bumping music.
Alrighty.
Can't fully explain it. You'll see what I mean when that time comes. I gotta go check on my kids.
The thing
I'll
that
be
Boppo
back.
said should be something Theory should consider.
Remember.
Which one?
Good.
Don't worry about it. This part where he goes back through everything, bro.
I've been sent to the fucking basement. Oh wait, I can't say that.
This part, bro.
I remembered Ron YouTube. I can't.
This is just everything with just all these memories.
Well, we're being brain blasted. There goes Ennard.
Ennard got fucking...
Got... Thanksgiving.
Roomba.
It hurts so much, bro.
Oh yeah, I know. Right now it hurts.
Oh, my
Because
Honest
this
to
was the
God.
best ending I think I've ever done to a series.
My tear ducts have acting up. Oh my god.
Yeah, no. Joyride was amazing.
I'm very
It hurts, bro.
Oh, there. Okay.
Yo, Evan and Steel are like superstars in this series.
Oh my god, you really had a bunch of
And I just keep getting those rolls, baby.
He's collecting them like the goddamn Infinity Stones.
The Infinity Stone.
And there's me. Hi.
There's you. It was a joyride. Yeah.
It was literally.
I
A lot of people, when we like first brought up, when we first like did this series, when we showed everyone like, when we showed everyone the finale or watching it together, it was so sad. It really
Oh yeah, no,
was.
everyone. I think I cried a bit.
Building team. I think it's interesting how MJ went from like a super fan to part of PA, one of our most important PA members at the moment for the builds.
Incredibly important.
Oh yeah,
Cheers,
Jake
little
made some of
bro.
the music, bro.
Yep.
Hey, bud.
Sup, Isosceles, how are you?
Odors Light, Blood Moon Corporation. Hell no, Barnaby. Hell yeah. Anyways.
Barnaby.
Hey, yo. Okay,
Barnaby.
Logan, I have to ask you, how did you feel when your name was there? I just want to know. Logan, how did you feel when you saw that? I'm just curious. Because, like, one thing is that everyone here was immortalized in this episode. Alumni, hello, how are you? We're looking through old videos. And, like,
Hi, Lemonade.
Oh, and then this moment.
Oh.
Hard.
just like the end, and everyone was just like, damn.
Goddamn.
Goddamn Junior. Surprisingly honored, I didn't expect it at all. There you go. And
Oh my god. I'm excited.
now everything's in place. I would have to leave. No worries,
No.
Isaac. Have a fantastic day, bro.
Yeah,
It's good,
I
Isaac.
am incredibly excited for recycled memories.
So to go through everything very quick.
Okay.
Remnant started. Remnant's been loads of fun, and honestly, like, I'm good. I got work early. I'm so happy. How's it going so far? Has it been fun? It has. We've been going through 6 years of content, and it's crazy. So we're talking about a lot of stuff, but
yeah,
Remnant. I know some people like wish that we did another FNaF series right after. But honestly, we've enjoyed Remnant a lot making it.
Oh yeah, no, we have.
Yeah.
The freedom to make this series was a lot of fun. And I really want to test it with making our own actual story instead of just like, oh look, it's FNaF. I kind of wanted to see if people were watching me because they were interested in my story, or more of, are they only watching it because of FNaF? I don't know if that makes any sense. I just find a lot of channels when it comes to content that it has to just be, one thing. And I wanted to test that with Remnant.
And then with Remnant, it showed people were just very interested in your story.
Yeah. So Remnant's been a lot of fun, and of course, going up to this point, like we've started making new series in the works. Friday Night Funkin', Helltaker Xenologue, Deltarune, Boppo Requeeze, FNAF Season 3. Remnant will probably get another season. So it's just a lot. One thing I do want to mention that was a lot of fun, that I'm going to go into projects in a little bit, but this is when a Mega SMP started up to. So, regardless, it's been a crazy 6 years, and it's nuts. So I want to talk about the projects next, and that's like my next thing I want to do. I would love to get some Mega SMP people, but I know a bunch of them are busy at the moment.
When can we talk about behind the scenes?
We'll talk a little bit about it. We've talked about it a little bit already, but
oh yeah.
So one thing I want to talk. What?
I wanted to talk about the first season, the ending, or somewhere around that. Wasn't Balloon Boy meant to die?
What?
Remember, I don't think Balloon Boy was supposed to die.
I don't think we could kill you off, Joseph. You just rise back from the dead.
Yeah, no, you were never meant to die.
I'm pretty sure Balloon Boy was going to be like.
Here's another example of something I wasn't originally going to do, but my community said, can you please make this? So we started making. I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to make an SMP. And my community's like, can you please make one? And it resulted in my first like actual big project. And like, Omega SMP really took off a lot more than I expected it to. Super story driven and everything, which was a lot of fun. And the story was very unique too. So many people are part of this, bro. Start off with 50 people, and I think now we're down to like 30. But that's okay in my opinion, because then you could really like interact a lot more. This is when I first met like all these people, like Chalubi and them. It was the first time I ever met them, bro. Evan's profile picture.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Evan's picture. I'm like,
well, like, cause I don't have a dedicated PFP, so it constantly changes around.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I appeared even though I didn't actually appear in the series. Okay, cool.
Yes, you did.
Hey, did.
I did like twice.
Okay.
Fair
Still
enough.
appeared.
Fair
enough. Holy shit! It's been out since February.
It's been out since February. Isn't that crazy? We've had a Mega SMP out since February. And honestly, it's been a lot of fun. I'll talk a little bit more about Mega SMP behind the scenes, but honestly, I don't regret making a Mega SMP because I've met so many cool people through it. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy with how it turned out.
I'm so excited for Painter's Office, recycled memories. Okay.
Gonna throw you in a trash bin.
What else? What else do I want to talk about? I'll talk about Builders University and Earthbound a little bit later, because they're so new. But one thing I do want to mention about Remnant, can we just appreciate how pretty the thumbnails are for a moment? I spent so much time on these thumbnails to make them look pretty, and I'm very happy with how they turned out.
You really did.
The world grows still. that thumbnail has got to be the prettiest thumbnail I've made to this day. It is so gorgeous, and I love it. It's just my favorite thumbnail this day. But regardless, honestly, your thumbnail game is so banging. Thank you. I worked hard to try and get to like this point when it comes to thumbnails, and I'm very happy with how they turn out. I just like the style that I go for, and I think if I did anything else, it just wouldn't fit. But like, I think it's just like how the contrast of like the dark and the light, the space between them two, which is super nice. Like even that this thumbnail is Steve. Oh, I love that.
Oh yeah, that where Steve went apeshit. Yeah, I remember.
He went primal.
Thank you, Joseph.
He went ape shit.
Fun fact: I had so many problems with this thumbnail because it kept getting taken down by YouTube. But this thumbnail's render, I think, is still one of the best. How do you even make thumbnails like that? Fun fact: I make the thumbnails in Minimator. Fun fact, in case anyone didn't know, I make the thumbnails in Minimator, and I just manipulate the lighting and use different like custom rigs.
Minimator is busting sometimes, man.
Minimator is cool, but I hate it sometimes because of certain reasons.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, you know why.
I know.
But it's like top quality though.
This thumbnail is probably like the nicest like lighting that's been in a thumbnail. And it's just like the composition of it is very nice too.
I will say one of my favorite thumbnails actually has to be the recent Remnant video.
Heartache?
That thumbnail? Yeah. It's probably one of my favorites.
Heartache, I love this thumbnail. It's very simplistic, and I think it really gets the point across. For me, I don't like typical Minecraft thumbnails where it's super bright and it's very kiddish. If I'm going to make a thumbnail about a series that kind of makes you think a little bit more about what's happening, I want it to really envelop that type of thumbnail. So this right here, that was the thumbnail I envisioned for this, is you have Constance, you have Requise, you have his wife right there. And I think that was the nice part about it. I think it's nice to see Requise younger too. But like even this thumbnail, the family thumbnail, is very well done. The lighting of it too. I think like for me, I was told this when I watched Unis Honest when it was originally out. Mark said you need to tell a story within one image. So within this image, you know that there's something that's happening, and I think that's what I try to accomplish every time I make a series. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk with. I'm gonna get some PA people in here. Announcements. If you want to talk on the anniversary stream, please join the stage voice channel in Omega Nation. All right, at everyone. I'll put a link too.
Lord.
Oh Lord, they're coming.
PFP in there.
What?
Oh wait, yeah, your PFP in there's literally just Megamind.
Megamind.
Actually, Megamind.
Don't worry about it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Evan. Okay, yours is from that one guy. Okay.
It is also from Megamind.
Okay.
I forgot.
So what we're gonna do now is that since we've got everything up and running, okay. What we're gonna do now is that we're gonna basically be talking a little bit more behind the scenes stuff, and we're gonna be chatting with a bunch of you, answering your questions, because that's gonna be part of what this live stream is gonna be about. It's a lot of it is just going behind the scenes, like talking about stuff. You know, that's just how it is. So if you have any questions in the chat that you want to ask, rather that be, hey yo, Josh, how did you start your channel? Or what was the thought behind this? You know, character this, whatever. Honestly, say it in the chat and we'll talk about it. Let me get everything up and running here. I'm trying to see if anyone from PA wants to.
Just ask stuff about series, characters, whatever you want to ask. Obviously, if you ask something heavily lore related, we might not answer it.
I can't answer anything lore related. I mean, Josh, I can't raise my hand. What do you mean you can't raise your hand, bro?
Let's point and laugh that he can't.
How about we talk? Okay, let's talk about. I want to talk about Requise for a moment. All right,
let's go.
I wrote a whole thing about Requise when I was at work. It was really slow. Evan's attached to Requise way too much.
Requise is my first character. And I've given him life.
Yeah.
So I actually wrote this down about the characters, at least for Requise starting off. Should I just read it straight off of the script or what? I can.
Set the mood.
Pardon?
Set the mood.
Set the mood? Okay, you want me to play the music? Because originally I was going to make a big video about talking about like characters and stuff. But I don't know if that's going to happen because of work and everything.
Oh, what are we doing?
I gotta get the music I was going to use for it. Resonance 800% slower. This is what the music would have been in the background for it.
Do I have a thing called Fallout New Vegas?
Okay, so I'll just read it off then, I guess. That's what you want me to do. So, yeah, I'm just gonna talk about characters real quick. So, like, when we were making FNaF Season 1, okay, we were coming to, like, the conclusion that the series was getting really dark. And I think a lot of people could understand why. So we wanted to make, like, a character that, that would off-balance just all the dark crap. And would be a little bit more of a joke character. And to bring a little bit more comedy into the series. And so we all decided to make a joke character. And it would just contrast like all the dark tones of the murders and the death and like all that stuff. And we didn't want like another animatronic because there already was a lot already. We want to make someone original as well. We didn't want someone to fear the animatronics because they went through so much already. And so we came up with the idea to make this new original character. We had all these things written down, and then we were like, okay, what could you really use for a pizzeria, for example? Because you already have like the owner, Josh, you have the co-owner, which was Ash, you had, you know, all these different things in set, and you're like, okay, who's gonna keep the thing like clean? Then we came to the decision of making a janitor. And we had all these things written down. And, you know, Evan at the time was, like, constantly on about this one video that he thought was funny. And it was about a blanket and a guy named Requise.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, you know what? Let's make a character named Requise. And that's how he kind of started out originally. He wasn't made to be the center stage for anything. He was, again, the joke character. Sup, Chrysalis? Welcome to the stream. He was meant to be the joke character in the background, but that's literally it. And, like, everyone in the community loved him. Like, legitimately loved him as a character. It's gonna make me feel sad just to talk about this, bro. But as we were like, the entire community was like loving him. We were personally shocked because we're like, no way do people love this guy. And
we've acquired the status of effect for Whiplash.
Oh my gosh. And as time kind of went on, he more or less evolved into something that was a lot different than what he was originally intended for. Instead of like the old geezer stereotype, he had like a sense of humanity about him. Because I think all the characters had something a little bit more superficial about them. Like in the sense of Steve and Bopple are from the void. You know, Josh is from a place that hasn't been explained yet. You have all the animatronics that aren't real. But it felt like Requise was. Because he was just this guy that went through a bunch of stuff. And when we were having him, when I said earlier about like the whole fearful part of Requise, we were like, what could we do for that? Now, Evan and I both have like family members that, you know, are either serving or were, like when it came to the army and stuff. And we were like, okay, what if we made Requise a veteran? And that's exactly what we did. In like a kind of like an abstract way to honor like our family that was. And so we decided to make Requise a veteran from a war. And I think that's like kind of how he stood out. Is he became this average guy that's seen the worst of everything, but still tries to do his best. And I think that's why a lot of people really liked him in that sense. And eventually he became a perfect counter to what Josh's anger was in Season 1. And I think it was just a voice of reason that was really needed. And so that kind of was Requise. Like, as though, like, he's gone through all this stuff, he still maintains to be a regular guy. Like, he's not perfect, you know, like, but he still keeps trying to do his best. To us, like, as PA, Requise has grown on us as a character that we really couldn't have expected. He's, like, I have it written down here that he started as a joke and he ended as a friend. And I think that's the sad part about it. Is that he did start off as this joke character and he became the friend that, you know, the group of the stories needed.
I'm gaining sadness.
So, you know, I have it written down about just a little bit more stuff, but honestly, it comes down to this. Going, like, off the collar with this all. I'm glad everyone enjoyed Requise because he means a lot to us. He means a lot to Evan, especially, because it was Evan's first character. And I think Evan was really surprised that everyone loved that character and loved his voice, his acting, and everything. So, just to see him become such an iconic character that people constantly look forward to was special. So, I'm glad that all of you enjoyed Requise because seeing everyone enjoy him as much as, like, we did writing him was really special. And, yeah. I don't know. It's just Requise is an interesting character, how he just came from a joke and ended up what he is now. So, that's kind of like the story behind Requise in a sense. I hope that's a little bit entertaining, like, entertaining in the sense of, a little bit knowledgeable. Everyone in the chat's just, like, gonna sob. Everyone in the chat's gonna be like, damn.
Sobbing.
He was well in a sense written and played with the same amount as the others helps. He wasn't treated as a total joke like other YTs do as a joke character. You know, that's fair. A lot of people that put, like, joke characters, they don't put a lot of thought in between them because they are joke characters. But I think a lot more thought makes the joke character better, in my opinion. So I actually have something also written down for Steve.
Oh, God.
Joe's just gonna sob. He's gonna piss and poop.
Joe's just gonna cry.
I beg, have mercy.
So if we're gonna talk about characters, you know what? Should we just talk about characters? That'd just be like part of it today.
Yeah.
I'll ask chat. Should we just start talking about, like, characters, how they were inspired and everything? I still want to make a video about it eventually with, like, a full written script. But if you guys want me to talk about, like, inspiration behind characters and everything, I can. And, like, even story stuff that we could talk about. It's up to you, chat. Or I can just keep answering questions. Whatever you guys want. I think chat's saying yes. Okay. Let's move on to Steve then. I don't know why you guys think Steve, his face like that. Okay, so fun fact. Okay.
Yeah?
So...
yeah, no. Steve was based off a Roblox avatar I made.
Yeah, literally Steve's entire appearance was just off of an avatar that he made. That was legitimately all of it. Yeah. And,
By the way, it was called Bulb. I called the avatar Bulb. So...
But it worked, though, Joseph.
It was
did. Such an erratic character design.
Chaos.
Yeah, and I think that's the best part about it, is that he started off, once again, fun fact, all of them started as a joke, but they evolved into something that people really liked, and I think that's very interesting. Originally, like, he was supposed to be an antagonist for the DDLC roleplay, and that didn't really work out as much.
Yeah, because DDLC stopped existing.
And
basically,
it was just like it was just a spice to keep things interesting, but he never really meant any harm because it's Steve. He was just the peeping Tom, but in essence, he only wanted friends. So that was his whole drive. And when you get into the more of the lore behind Steve, like, canonically, it's really messed up. So, I can't really explain it yet. But seeing that, you know, EMC with everything in that. Anyways. Like, DDLC is not canonical to the timeline at all. So...
The only bit that technically is just Munaka, and that is it.
Munaka.
Even then, it's not canonical, so it's not really a part of the lore or anything like that.
Yeah. We changed it from the DDLC that they met in college.
That's true.
I have this I have this part written down real quick. And it says, Steve was created by my friend Joseph, who voices him to this day. His concept was fairly simple, straightforward, a Roblox noob with a pair of jaws running down the center of his face. Here, I'll share my, I'm playing high pixel parkour. Hold on. Share my screen. I'll talk while I do this. Just looking at what I wrote down. You know, like, he wore the same suit from the DLC series. He was tall, thin, exaggerated in that sense. Like, he was a monster, but one that was carefree for the most part. Easygoing. And we decided that with the way he worked, he would be a creature from the void, and that was decided later on to explain him as a person.
Yeah.
And
his entire existence.
So we used, like, Steve was more or less the missing piece to tie in Boppo to a lot of the lore, because Boppo just kind of existed. So now we kind of had more of an excuse of, hey, yo, well, he's from the Void too. They knew each other. There we go. That's how it was kind of more tied in. His personality's a really interesting one. You know, he's sassy. He's somewhat socially awkward, but still deep down he cares about the people he calls friends. And his backstory isn't really something I can explain at the moment, but I can say that he wasn't given freedom or kindness that he is given now.
No, I'm dying.
Don't cry, Joseph. You're gonna make me sob if you cry.
I'm trying not to.
It's just like, it's sad because, like, if you think about it, Steve, Boppo, and Requise are just the three musketeers.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
Well, like, I think it's also cool in the fact that like Steve and Boppo befriended Requise, an average man, and Requise was like, "Hey, yo, that's fucking cool, bro."
Hey, yo, fucking poggers.
Yeah.
Poggers.
So to continue on, I think one of my favorite episodes of Remnant was Steve's birthday episode. There's an episode that brought his emotions more because he never experienced a party before in his life, and that made it very special. And this is what I wrote down. I'm gonna read this word for word. Joseph, don't fucking sob on me, okay?
Maybe.
It says, Steve is special because of one reason. Joseph made this character and poured into it. If it wasn't for Joseph, this character wouldn't be the same. And he fits the voice, the character, and everything about Steve is him. And that's why he will always be, like, living on as one of the best characters on my channel.
Joseph.
Whenever I remember the birthday episode...
Oh, Joseph's crying now! Joseph, you're gonna make me sob. I know, I hear your voice. I hear your voice.
There's no one who could play Steve better than Joseph. I would say that.
Yeah, no. Even if it was like, even if somehow we got stuff turned into like a theatrical movie, it'd just be Joseph.
It would always have to be Joseph.
Yep.
Holy bud, are you okay?
You can't tell if I'm crying or not. I don't think I am.
But yeah, honestly, I'm happy. Like, even as much as I sometimes make the jokes about Joseph, I am very happy that I was able to meet him and that Steve became a permanent member of, like, the cast.
I was just gonna sob, bro.
I'm going to turn it.
Oh my god.
I'm going to turn it to dust. I swear to God.
Oh Lord.
Okay, what about... Okay, chat, give me a character to talk about. those were the only two I actually wrote down.
Okay.
Distant crying. I had a tear. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna hit you with one.
What?
James.
James.
Alex said Big Martha.
Okay. It's just Smib!
It's literally just Smib. That's literally all Smib is. Literally, when it came to Big Martha, we wanted to make a character that, what is it? That was like, you have the Stonewall Union that's super intimidating as a military faction. And you just have Smib running it, essentially. Like, that was just the entire thought process behind Big Martha. Originally, it was going to be like this like, general guy that was going to run it. And then we're like, okay, what if we just made a character? What if we had Smib voice it, and we just named it Big Martha? In fact, in the production team Discord, Smib was called Big Ass Martha for the longest time.
Yeah,
fact.
I thought Smib still is called that.
I changed it so people could remember who Smib is.
Oh.
Fair enough.
So that's literally the entire thought process behind Big Martha. Like, there's not anything crazy yet. I don't really have everything, like, finished for the story of Martha, but it's getting there. It's getting there. All right, what other characters are we talking about?
Fucking heart attack.
James.
You want James? Okay,
I think a lot of people probably want James.
James is an interesting character. As I said, like, before, when it came to Helltaker, I want to change how Helltaker kind of worked in this kind of, like, little AU. Because that's what it was. And I wanted to play a character that wasn't just, like, completely, hey, yo, this is Helltaker, copy pasta. Because I don't like it when series, rather it be for Minecraft roleplay or whatever, just kind of, like, only do the story that's already been told. Because to me, it just doesn't work, and it just feels very not great. That's the okayest thing to say. Like, I'm not... No offense to, like, anyone that does that. It's just, that's not my taste of when it comes to a Minecraft roleplay. I think with the opportunity you're given, you can add something to it. And I think that's what makes it unique to you. So, when I made Helltaker, I was like, okay, what if I made a character that didn't really care about having a bunch of demon girls? What if he was doing it for a noble cause to find his friend? So I came up with the idea to have this kind of socially awkward teenager named James and his dog Bruno go into hell. And the result was interesting because he found out that Gary was killed, and
damn,
for a moment there, I think it was the Lucifer episode, is that he was going to essentially attack Lucifer. And people are like, is this another, like, correlation between what Josh did in Season 1? But then it came down to this. James decided not to. So, in a way, how I envision James is that he is a little bit stronger than what Josh could do. Where Josh had the circumstances around him that were bad, but did bad actions with them. But James made the decision to not follow that same type of path. And James, throughout the entire series of Helltaker, showed, like, kindness to them, to the demon girls, that wasn't really shown before, that I wanted to kind of check out and see if it would work. So it was really nice in that aspect. And then in Remnant, I wanted James to change from being a kid, I guess, like a teenager, to growing up. James's entire story at the moment when it came to Remnant is I wanted James to grow up. And I think that he has been able to accomplish that. So, as you could probably tell throughout the series, he became more of a... He grew as a character alongside Requise because he knows that he has to do what he can. And after seeing what's happened to Melina, he knew that he had to become more to save those that he was with. So, I like James a lot more than Josh in the FNaF series, just because not only is he a lot more fun to play, I don't know, I think just the concept that a character that you've seen from one point to another point, you've been there with him as he's been growing up, is something special. And there's also like a little bit more hidden meaning behind that. Should I explain the hidden meaning? I haven't told you guys this yet. Did I? Behind James? Nothing like lore related.
If you wanted, then yeah. By the way, Alex said James Whittaker's story is basically the SpongeBob movie in 2004.
Shut up! No! To kind of explain the little bit of a more personal level with James, the whole him growing up on the series, it's kind of a metaphor for kind of like myself and my channel too, because it started out as just this fun thing of when I was younger, and you just kind of go with it, right? And I wanted James to mature as like the same thing that like we've grown up with this channel as well. And that's kind of like the hidden meaning behind James too, is because you've grown up with the channel as well. It's been 6 years today, and you've grown up with the channel as much as I've grown up with the channel too. So if that doesn't make you sob, I don't know what will. That's like kind of like the hidden thing behind James as a character.
Savage.
Dodge.
How does that make you? How does that make you? How does that make you feel though?
Sad.
Bone hurting.
You will not make me cry yet.
I'm trying to get into candy cane parkour, but it's not working.
Candy cane.
Tell me some more stuff, gamers.
More characters, guys.
More characters, even just like series if you want. Yes, I got in candy cane parkour. No, Ross is like, no.
My man was so excited to get into candy cane parkour.
Dragon said Constance.
Constance. Okay, so Constance, she was a buffer to James, in a sense, because I wanted a character that was a little bit more crazy, but not to the point where it was so over the top that it was unbearable. I wanted Constance to be a character of a product of the time that she's living in, where you have to fight for survival. And I also wanted a character that would fit into the BMC mechanic as well, where she was an ex-employee, and I think that would have brought it out too. I wanted, originally, James was afraid of Constance, and as time progressed, he learned to become a friend to her, which was really nice, because it's obvious that she had a lot of pent-up stuff, and he wanted to be there for her as he was like for the Demon Girls and Helltaker. And that alone was like super unique and very adorable at the same time. And just the interactions between Constance and James were super nice too. Also, is there anyone else in the VC? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut this off. Is there anyone else in this VC that's part of PA? I can unmute.
Oslers and Fish is in it.
I'll see. I'll finish talking about... when I bring up Earl, I'll bring up Fish. Sad Fish can kind of talk about it a little bit more. Constance is just like... There's a little bit of... Like, there is ideas behind Constance. Like, there's no deep metaphors like there is for James or anything like that, but Constance was this unique character that really was very different than everyone else, and I love the interactions between her and James. And seeing that, like, that last episode was one of my favorites, Remnant, where it's him talking to her, and she finally, like, recognizes that he's trying to help her, was super sweet as well. So that was kind of the, and when it came to the whole thing with Requisa's daughter, we just thought it was right, and we thought that it could fit really nicely, especially for what's coming, which I can't explain, but I don't know. How does that make you feel? Alright, what else are we talking about? Behind the scenes characters, bring it up. I'll talk more about it. This is a celebration. We're going back through the ages.
Going back into the past. Here we go.
A blast into the past.
Yeah.
Jimmy Coon, I'm getting blasted back to the story painter.
Milky or Earl?
Okay, I can explain Milky in like a few sentences. Milky was a character that was going to be an extra, but we were like, why don't we just give Milky a bigger role? This smart child saves a bunch of people from Remnant. And that's literally the entire thing. It was literally the gimmick of her screaming milk the entire time, and she was originally a trick-or-treater that wanted milk. And that's literally the entire thought process behind Oblonsky. She doesn't have anything crazy at the moment when it comes to lore. That's just literally what she is. She's literally the product of Shadow's chaos.
Yep.
That's literally all it is.
Yeah.
Literally.
I think before Earl, I have another one, Josh.
What?
Yeah.
Hans Duffeldorf was once again a joke character that we wanted to make we need more original characters for Helltaker. And we're like, okay, what if we made jump boost? Apparently there's a jump boost around here. Oh, click me. There we go. We wanted to make a new original character for Helltaker, and we're like, what if we made a skeleton that's buff? And we're like, okay, what if we made German? That's literally the entire thing. So it was an exercising German skeleton that was buff. We're like, okay, Evan, have at it. And then that's literally it behind.
Yeah, lick that body, lick that body.
There's a little bit more. There's more to Hans than meets the eye. I'll say that much right now. But kind of like the thought process behind Hans. Very interesting character. He has like the same energy as Pluto from Amori. It's pretty funny. Before I even played Amori. It's like
coincidental.
The same energy.
Very coincidental.
Boppo. So, okay, so
Oh.
Steel, this is up to how much you want to explain about Boppo, or like what you want to talk about it.
I'll let you talk about your thoughts first before I really get into anything.
So, Boppo was a character Steel made. And
Quite a bit ago at this point.
Like, the Void and Boppo and all that was his creation, not mine. And we're like, you know what? There's a lot that we could do with this to fit things in and to provide, like, a nice story plot. And Boppo was this character that is very gruff. You know, you have that comedy relief, plays very well off of, like, any character as well. And we need someone that would also protect the party in a landscape that was so different. So, Bop was an interesting character. He does care, just in a strange, abstract way. And I think that's really nice. He has lots of kids. And he's one of the characters that will just make you smile anytime you hear his voice. So, Steel, you can take it away from that point.
You could have
I remember making the fucking clown back in like.
Watch your language.
Sorry, but I remember making the clown back in like Roblox, and it was really just like Steve in a sense. He was also just made from like a Roblox avatar, and I remember I basically made him just to kind of have fun in like those like story games, if you remember those, like the camping games.
Oh, that stuff.
Yeah, like I always.
No way did you just make Boppo for a story. No.
It was no. He wasn't made like to make my own. I literally made him originally like as like a Roblox avatar, and that was it. Then I started doing a stupid voice. The origin of his name was actually from like a Swagger Souls video. I'm not gonna say which one, but
Wait, from Swagger Souls?
Yeah, it was
what's
like
up? It's me, Swagger Souls.
It was like the one like they were just like tired at like and drunk at like 2 a.m. and they were like this like rhyming like Bappo with this random words. And I was like, and then I was like Boppo. I'm like, you know what, that works. So I just like started doing random stuff with the character. And I'm like, this is fun. And then like one day, Josh was doing DDLC. It was like literally like random. Like I joined the call and they're like, oh yeah, we're doing like a DDLC thing. I'm like, can I just join with like my Boppo character? And he's like, sure. He didn't care.
I didn't care because it was funny.
It was funny. And so like that was like, yeah, it's like besides, I don't remember if we did Office or DDLC first. That's the thing.
We did Office.
Yeah, it's like he showed up after that, and I remember this making reference that, oh yeah, he was like a health inspector for the Office. And it just went downhill from there. The Void was literally not even created back then yet. It was just him. Then slowly over time, I've started kind of creating the Void a lot more, developing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, and honest to God, Josh is one of the people I trust the most with that stuff. Like, with using it, because I know he understands it with me.
Yeah.
Like, I just talked to him about it. Yeah, but no, he literally, like, in a sense, he started off as more of a joke character, but Clown Man has a lot more to him than meets the eye. I don't really have anything to really say about that stuff yet, because that will be for its own things, and it's going to be very messed up.
Yep. That's Boppo.
Yep. Yeah.
Should I talk about Earl?
Yeah, we'll talk about Earl.
We'll talk about Earl, and then I think we'll talk about some other stuff. So I'm gonna bring Fish up real quick.
Fish,
Fish Fishington is the voice actor for Earl. Stop, Fish. How are you?
Gaming.
Epic.
All right.
So the thought process behind Earl was going to be an extra character that joined FNaF Season 2. And we're like, okay, what if we just had this character that's a chef? We didn't really have a chef character in Season 1, so it didn't really make all the sense of how is all this food getting made. So we made the decision of making a chef character to kind of keep it a little bit more realistic in the long run, even though it's a FNaF series and nobody really cares about realism. But regardless, we want to make a chef character to kind of explain that aspect of it. So we made Earl. The original joke behind his name was the 4-star chef Earl, the dungeon beast from Skydo's Minecraft, as like a tribute to him. That was the original joke behind the name. And then we were like, okay, what if we put the name Informazione from a Nintendo video based on an interesting topic?
Oh God, I forgot.
No.
Hello, Mario. Hi, I'm Luigi, and I'm here to tell you about. And that's really the entire process behind his middle name. What else? What else? And then his last name, we were just like, okay, what's just the most Italian cuisine we can think of? And we thought of linguine, so that's really the entire process behind his name. It's just this huge thing. He was originally meant to be a good guy. And then as we were kind of planning out the whole Harvest Killers thing, we're like, who would be the culprit? Because if we just put Vanny, it's kind of like, okay, Vanny, nice, it's very cool. It's just very predictable because of what Vanny is. And we're like, well, what if we put it as something that was very unpredictable? And and another thing is just like, how would they get into, you know, the pizzeria? They were like, wait a minute. Have someone that would be there quite a bit. So we basically had Earl as the reason of how Vanny was able to get into the pizzeria, period. That he would make sure that all the bodies would be stored in the freezer. So it's that very creepy aspect of you don't really know what's fully going on. And so that's what Earl's kind of like original thing was. And he was supposed to be Italian from the beginning, but then we made this joke of, okay, if he's been lying about, you know, being a cool dude, what if he's been lying about him being Italian this entire time? And that's the entire joke behind it. And that's the crazy part about it, is that it's just like, oh no, he's not even Italian! And that was just the whole thing there.
Goddamn.
Yeah. And I remember, like, after we started doing this, I think we also, at one point, I don't remember when we decided, if it was before we decided he was the killer or after, but he was a part of the friend group from, like, college for Boppo Requise.
I think, he was a part of the friend group.
And Minaka.
I think we just decided that, like, we were in one recording.
I think I think we actually did. I think we just thought of it on the fly. We're like, okay,
I think it might have been the day we brought Requise back.
Oh, yeah. And it was a very interesting decision as well, because it made it for a lot of interesting ideas as well, like how long how long has Earl kind of been
lying,
a bad person, etc. It was a very interesting kind of thing.
Yeah. So, like, okay, so I gotta ask, Fish, your experience with voice acting Earl. What was your experience with it?
First, when Fish was doing the Italian voice, he mostly had trouble with doing that, so he couldn't do a lot of speaking with Earl. And also at that time he was being Earl, I'm sure you know, he had a lot of issue with lagging on the server, so he wasn't very easy to move around as Earl either. So at first it was kind of difficult to be Earl. Then he eventually dropped the voice, so doing the voice of course was easy because it's just Fish speaking normally. But it was fun in the sense that Fish got to play an insane character. And the funny thing is apparently he does stuff with human flesh and cooking. And Fish is at one point in his school known for cannibalism. So Fish thought it was a wee bit humorous and liked it. However, the only downside of being Earl is he's just not around as much, which fully makes sense and Fish is fine with. But yeah, overall, Fish has had a good experience with Earl.
Earl's a bitch.
Yes, Fish gets to play the character everyone hates. It's very fun.
Spooked that it's Fish the sushi. No, I missed the jump up. Damn it.
Yeah, nobody's definitely a very interesting character.
That's kind of like the thought process behind the character, like the characters that we have, at least a good portion of them. If anyone asks why Obama's in it, we don't know.
He literally just thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, we just thought it'd be funny.
Oh,
we were like,
it's me.
We were like, I remember
Obama.
exactly where we decided he was gonna be. We were just like, we were trying to decide, okay, we need people in the neighborhood for Helltaker. Who should be there? And Evan was just like, hello, it's me, Barack Obama. And it's like,
me, Barack Obama.
Hello,
Michelle left me. Yeah.
Michelle filed a divorce. Too bad for her. There's a prenup.
Also said I was legit wondering why Obama is in it, but then you answered it.
Literally, Obama was there to be an extra. And so he made the joke, then Remnant, he's like, man, all these past presidents got nothing on me. I'm the only left president that's alive.
I have the swagger.
And I guess what's also the weird part is he's a gunsmith.
Oh, yeah!
Because we thought it was funny.
I know,
that's literally, like, I'll be full real with you. A bunch of decisions we make for, like, these extra characters, just like, what would be funny?
Yeah, like for most of the extra characters even, we could maybe try to explain them a bit. Like
we can't explain them.
Like we could explain at least a bit of like Hans, Milk, etc. Obama's literally just there to be funny.
Obama has the exaggerated. Oh my gosh, Tossler! Oh my goodness.
Tossler!
Oh my lord.
Him.
But yeah, that's kind of like what the characters are. Now, do you all have any questions in regards to more of the production part about it?
Yeah.
Can't make this jump. This jump sucks.
Like production stuff. I guess.
Yeah, I'm switching. This sucks. This jump actually sucks.
Okay, joking. I don't think he's gonna. I mean, I don't know. Like he's been asking about blue screen.
Blue screen. I can't explain everything when it comes to blue screen because there's a lot that's not been explained yet. But blue screen was a character that I made years ago, and this was probably one of the first characters I actually like made. And I've always wanted to introduce him in some way, shape, or form, but I never got the opportunity to. So essentially, we just got blue screen in as a character for Remnant. Can't really explain too much now, but originally he was just going to be this super cool computer digital businessman, and that's like the entire process behind him. So I can't really explain a lot more of it because it still hasn't been revealed, but like
all I will say is what?
No.
What?
All right, Fish, go back into the abyss.
All right, we got some more general questions.
I didn't hear what he said.
How did y'all learn to voice act? So I guess I'll start. We're gonna keep it really simple. For me, I loved like changing my voice around when I was younger. That was one of my favorite things to do. And I found out that it was actually a thing, which was voice acting. So I was like, that's kind of cool. And I was basically, when I was younger, I would manipulate it. And then on YouTube, I was asked by a content creator to voice an Enderman for her series. And that was the first role I ever got. And then she started making Minecraft role plays, and I got a part there. And it just slowly started developing into, portraying a character. I've never really taken, like, courses or anything on it. I've just kind of, like, learned to improve myself and what I would want to hear as a producer or a writer. And that's kind of, like, what my guides are off of. I voiced for a couple people now. I voiced for a few channels. One series that actually just finished premiering is that I voice acted for Ursulin's series called Sunglow, which just ended. So a lot of it's just been a lot of practice and testing it out. And also with my own projects too, because I had to voice a lot of them. That's a lot of it's just getting out of your comfort zone and seeing what you can do with it. Steel, I guess, Steel, you give a basis rundown, because I know you've done it a lot longer than I have.
Steel is probably one of the, like, top-notch voice actors we have.
So basically, a big thing for me is the people I would say inspired me just to get started on voice acting. I always found it interesting, but the people who really inspired me to kind of give it a try was Kellen Goff, who's the voice actor, as you know, of, like, Overhaul, Funtime Freddy, and now recently Sun and Moon from
I love Pokemon.
FNaF. Security Breach. Shut it.
Pokemon.
And the other person who actually inspired me to voice act was Keston, who is the voice actor of Zane from AFMAUS stuff. He was a very good voice actor. Yeah.
Sorry, I only like a Ninjago.
That's originally what I was thinking of. I was like, wait a minute.
I was talking about Keston. He's a voice actor of Zane from like AFMAUS stuff. But yeah, no, those were the two people who really inspired me, and I liked Five Nights at Freddy's a lot, and I just did like a Funtime Freddy impression for a bit, and I started getting more and more into voice acting. And then a while, I just found a place called Casting Call Club, which back in the day was actually pretty good for finding projects. Nowadays, not so much.
Not so good anymore.
Yeah, but like, I basically just gave it a shot, and I used like kind of like a age calculator basically. But I have been voice acting for 4 years and 5 months.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, and then obviously Josh's projects are a big one that I've been doing for
just a couple roles, just a couple.
Yeah, just a few.
God, at this point it's been like 2 years for voice acting for your stuff.
How long have I been voice acting for you, Josh? Roughly
it would
around
be
that
2
time.
years too, because of season 1 of FNaF.
That's right.
You and Steel both started at roughly the same time.
Yeah, and like I've also voice acted for a lot of other people on YouTube. But yeah, no, in general, it's like a big thing for voice acting is just try to get your foot out there, practice on your own time type stuff.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, I agree. Voice acting's kind of difficult if you don't know where you're going, man. Like, oh god, like I had to start all on my own.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I think all of us did.
It was super hard.
I've never taken any voice acting classes.
We really should, though.
We should.
You should, but like
I'll write it off as a company thing.
A company payoff.
It's a company expense. I should get it tax deductible.
See, like, oh my lord. I would say I can't do a wide variety of voices, but I can do a good amount of accents.
You know, you can do accents pretty well. Personally, for me, I can't really do accents that well, but I can do like a lot of pitch shifting and all that.
I would say the only really good voice I can do is Joe from Family Guy. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
But like
hey,
your
Peter.
Hans, like you made Hans, Requise, Bronk, like you've made these characters like
Henry. Had to do a British thing.
Obama.
Had to do a British thing.
Like you didn't make them sound alive.
Kermit the Frog here. I'm going to beat you.
Permanently Frog here. I'm gonna beat
Frog
you
here.
there.
Miss Piggy stole my Nintendo DS.
Damn.
Thank you, Evan. Anyways, but what about you, Joseph? I think we just kind of grab Joseph and be like voice.
Yeah.
Shake him.
Yeah.
Voice now.
That was literally it.
Yeah.
I feel like that was literally it.
But you know what? Joseph's done well. Very well. I'm very
Yes.
impressed with him.
Yeah. I'm also impressed with myself, I'm gonna be honest.
That's
Here's
good
a
thing.
gold star, Joseph.
Thank you.
What else should we?
Wow.
What other questions do y'all have? What else can we answer? More behind the scenes stuff.
There was one about how long does it take to create builds for each scene, and how is Steve? Also, how is Steve added in?
We answered the Steve one earlier.
Well, I gotta change the music because I forgot we're still on
Okay.
resonance. We're not feeling sad anymore.
Yeah.
We answered Steve earlier, but building in general, it just depends on what type of set we're going for and how well you want it to be made.
It
Because
also
the reason
depends
the
if we're
Five,
chiseling.
yeah, because the reason the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 set looked like the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 set was because me and Josh made it at like 2 a.m.
While like the FNaF season 2 was so much chiseling.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it actually lagged the build.
It lagged the build, but surprisingly, it didn't lag it as bad as Five Nights at Freddy's 1's prize counter.
Oh lord.
But
Oh god.
building takes a lot of time. MJ could tell you that much. But it takes a lot of time. You have to prep for advance because you do have to make the decision that like building does require a certain amount of time to complete. And the less builders you have, the more time it will take. Speaking of which, Painter's Alcove is looking for some new builders in case you're interested.
yeah.
I feel bad. MJ's been having to tackle like the majority of the builds.
We are in a never-ending agony. Please help.
But yeah, you can definitely, if you want to participate in helping poor MJ with builds, feel free to DM me. All right, because I am looking for some more builders, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, just in reality, building just depends on what set it is. Takes quite a bit.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like if you're just making a house, it really depends on how detailed you're gonna make that house, etc. Like making like an entire pizzeria, that's gonna take like at least like an experienced builder by themselves without like any chisel. I could probably say they could do it in a day, but like with chisel, it might take a few days.
Yeah.
Chisel really adds a lot to the table.
Chisel adds detail, but it takes a long time. I would say, because I remember when we were making like the FNaF Season 2 pizza, right? I remember it was built all from the ground up on like an open area.
Yeah, FNaF Season 2 pizzeria was kind of insane.
It took so long from what I remember.
Bro, welcome. Bro, it's Plux.
Welcome.
Plux, the absolute legend. Yeah, baby, that's what we're waiting for.
Yeah, I agree with Tossler here. Chisel's literally making props in real life.
That's yeah. Bro.
Yeah.
The some of the machines in FNaF Season 2 were hand chiseled by like MJ. For example, the basketball machine was handmade by MJ, and I felt so bad. But however, MJ is like, I'm going to do it so. But that's kind of like how the building goes. Alright, you dude, sorry I haven't been here all. It's okay. We're celebrating 6 years on YouTube making content. Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
It's insane, the membrane.
Oh my. Give us more questions, guys.
Yeah, more questions behind the scenes. I'm gonna invite more people up here. Hold on. Who can we invite?
Please do.
You know what? I'll let Lemon up.
More carnage, please.
Again. And I'll let
Joseph.
Dragon up, even though Dragon doesn't talk.
Yeah, fair enough.
Damn, that's kind of mean.
Man.
But he doesn't, though. He doesn't have a mic. Guys, please convince Dragon to get a mic.
He's been waiting several months to buy a mic.
This man got like 3 computer monitors from someone.
That's right, he got another computer monitor but didn't get a mic.
He got like 2 more, I'm pretty sure.
Bro, look at this dude.
But yeah, no, guys, give us some more kind of questions and stuff. Tossler just put
and it can be about production stuff. It can be about projects that we're working on, like events. Like literally, it's up to you. I gotta turn off my visibility mode so I can actually see what I'm doing.
I just think there's been so long, and just to think that like I don't know. Like, I wouldn't say I've been here from the very beginning, but I've been here for a good chunk of time.
Yeah, no, me and Evan have been here for quite a bit. Like, we were here around when...
2018.
Yeah, like, around then. Like, we were around when Iota first came out, actually.
Ah, Iota.
Oh, Lord, I remember when that
Okay,
hit.
what about the Bopper and Request series? You gotta give us, specific
Ross.
question, bro.
Toss for sec. While we wait for Ross, the type of the like.
Got any
actual
sneak peeks on the new
question.
stuff? If you haven't shown already, I was here all the stream. Sneak peeks, like new sneak peeks. Think of what we have. Like, I've shown off a little bit of the builds on Twitch. I can't really show them on YouTube at the moment because I want it to be a surprise. But we've started working on the the builds are pretty much done. So
it's just more of the writing aspect.
Oh,
It's
wasn't
more
here
of
on stream.
writing.
Then what you could do, Tosser, if you're wanting more sneak peeks about the newer stuff, you can join. You can look at our Painters Direct and hear all about it.
Because Josh explained a lot of it in there.
Yeah. And you'll have everything.
But yeah, no, for the most part, it's just kind of like we're finalizing voice actor type stuff.
We're finalizing a lot.
Yeah, we're
Oh, yeah.
finalizing a lot. We also just gotta do some more stuff for like a bit more stuff for building, really.
I hate this jump. I hate this jump.
Building's practically done though, still.
Yeah, no, it's practically done, but we still have.
Hold on. Super chat by Nyokum. Congrats. Thank you so much, Nyokum, for the super chat of $2. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I love me some $2.
$2
Like
moment.
It's a $2 moment.
Yeah, for the most part, what we're really just waiting on for stuff is like finalizing things, getting the voice actors that we need, and then skins.
Yeah, we do need skin artists. Any HD skin artists that want to help, please let us know. We need them so badly. What's everyone's favorite project that you've worked on so far? That one's tough, because like I'm torn between FNaF 2 and Remnant. That's what I'm kind of torn.
I think Remnant, just because of what it symbolizes and what we're gonna what's planned ahead. You know what I mean?
The difficult thing for me right now for that is basically with Remnant, as good as it's going right now, I still, honest to God, love the ending of Season 2 a lot. And that's kind of what's difficult for me. Season 2...
It was a bittersweet moment because people escaped, but, you know...
Just the ending was just... To what was to come was very dark. But I liked it.
Yeah.
Though, when it comes to total projects overall...
Yeah.
I did like Omega SMP as a project.
It was a very fun project.
That's something I will say. Like, Omega SMP, I met a lot of cool people with. And it was just hanging out with the homies. And I love doing the lore for it, too. Like, the lore was a lot of fun.
The lore was sick.
That's probably, like, my favorite project. Like, however, Builders University is so much fun, too. I enjoy all the projects I make, like, in full honesty. There's not one that I, like, enjoy more than the other, because they were all unique for their own different reasons, in my opinion. FNaF made me sob?
Yeah.
Good.
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 Part of one, so that's my favorite.
Which one?
FNaF Season 2.
Epic.
Yes.
Yeah, but Ross, what was your one question about Boppo and Requise?
Yeah, that's right. That was the question.
You didn't answer it.
You didn't
Welcome
answer
back, MJ.
I'm thinking. Okay, why would you ask it? Hello? You don't know what the question is. Why would you ask it? Hello?
Well, it's just Boppo and Requise being goofy.
In events chat, in the Discord, should I just at the event people and just ask them to send questions?
Do it for question of the day. Bro,
Yeah, I'm at question of the day.
Do it question of the day and just say,
Yeah.
for the 6-year anniversary, ask us some stuff and we'll answer it. I don't think we're going to get in time for the more game stuff. I am on Hypixel. If anyone wants to join Hypixel, give me your username and we'll play some stuff. Let me just make sure I catch it on chat. You can call me Plux or Vienna. No need for the formal Neocum. Okay, I will.
Okay, Ross said, why are you making Bopper and Requise?
Because we thought it would be funny.
Yeah, Josh, you gotta give where inspiration for Bopper and Requise was from.
Oh, what was it, Evan? You go ahead.
Oh, bro, I don't know, man. There's a really funny anime.
What was it, bud?
What?
Oh man, dude, I love Pop Team Epic.
Yep.
So originally it was like gonna be like Pop Team Epic, which was the anime. So that was a lot of fun, and we're gonna do it in that type of style. What other like ideas did we have for it?
It was
gonna be kind of like Rick and Morty too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like kind of like Rick and Morty, but I think the main inspiration was just the comedy behind Pop Team Epic.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. So it's gonna be inspired by a lot of stuff. So I hope you're excited for it.
It's mainly just stupid.
Hey guys, I want to go on Daddy Parkour.
Christ.
Daddy Parkour.
Daddy Parkour.
That exists?
Yeah, it does.
Here's
Oh
the
my
fun
God.
fact: I have an entire pizza box at my desk, eating pizza out of it.
Development of Mega SMP, and what was your favorite arc? So when it came to Mega SMP, a lot of people were like, "You should make an SMP." This is when, like, the whole SMP like culture started really popping up, and I wasn't a fan of SMPs.
It's literally the exact same with Five Nights at Freddy's.
My issue with SMPs, and I still have it to this day, I still keep my, what is it? I still keep my reservations about SMPs, certain ones at least. And what would I say? Like, a lot of it felt like a get famous quick scheme without having to put much effort into it. And I just didn't like the culture behind it, like, at that time. It's gotten a little bit better now, I would say, at least like watching it from a critical point of view. But at the time, it was just not that great for me. Because it just felt like, again, everyone was using it as an excuse to get big quick, get a bunch of followers really quick, and then just kind of put no effort into it. So I was like, if I'm going to make an SMP, I want to make it with, first and foremost, friends of mine, and then I'll let people in that are new, just to see what happens. And I would do it completely lore, because I just want to tell a story with what I make, right? Because that's just what I do. And so I put out applications. I don't put out applications anymore, because I freaking hate applications so much. But at the time, I put out applications for people if they want to join, and leave it at that. And a bunch of people applied. Like, I think I had almost like 100 responses that people wanted to get in. So I had to search through it all. And we actually did this whole thing, like, I would stream it, looking through everyone's apps, and yeah, just the whole kit and caboodle. So when we did it, I picked out a few people. The names of those people were Chalubi Live, Cryptic Chaos, Digital Caffey, Firefang, Mytho King, Smibbles. Who else was from the apps? Like, there's a bunch of people that were from apps that we let in. And for, like, friend-wise, I messaged Ursa, Moshi, of course, everyone, like, Steel, Evan, Jackie, Shadow, like, all them.
I was banned.
So, I invited, like, a bunch of people, and we had about 50 people that were attending. And it just... We worked hard on it to make, like, a server of lore. Yeah, I invited Tossler, too. And it was just, like, a big lore server to have fun with. And I wanted it to be kind of like this fun thing for the players to enjoy outside of just lore too, because there's a lot of mystery behind it. You had the artifacts which the players themselves could find that gave them some content that they could make. Because I wanted some stuff not to be fully planned. I wanted to give the players also fun with it too, because I was like, you know what? They have to have fun with it too. It can't just be fully planned. So for the artifacts, I hid the artifacts on the island, and the players could go find it. And a lot of people enjoyed it. A little bit rocky of a start when it came to, like, the server issues themselves, but...
Too many fish were spawning.
We literally, on that time, I had Diam and Programmer look at the server as it was launching. They're like, your mob, like, spawn rates are, like, up by like 3 times the normal amount. I'm like,
And there's so much fish.
Fish was getting into that SMP one way or another.
You think that's
my
bad?
gosh.
When it was like a dark area, too many mobs would spawn. Like,
oh my god, it was hell.
Yeah, that's just like
Fish
what it
already
was.
spawn a lot though.
Yeah, imagine that by times 3.
Oh my god.
So it would
Yeah.
literally, it was lagging the entire server, and it was nuts. So it kind of went down from like 50 members to about 30, almost about 25 now, which I'm not upset about because I think it definitely made things easier on our end to try and plan lore. There were some handful of issues with the server, like more planning stuff and just like other like internal issues, but we've got them all resolved, and in the end I think we've created a story that people love. I think that's the most important part about it. And I've taken everything that I've learned from SMPs, Omega SMP, a bunch of wisdom from Argon, and putting all of that towards Earthbound so it can be the best experience that it can be. And yeah, that's just like what it is. Just a bunch of fun.
We were asked some questions on the Discord, and someone asked...
Bro, Eclipse! Bro, hold on 1 second. Bro, Eclipse, so cool. Just wanted to say. Anyways, continue.
Scared the hell out of me for a minute. Someone asked, if you were to pick one project you worked on to redo, which would it be?
Which project to redo?
Yeah.
See, I'm torn between 3 options. I'm torn between Mark the Therapist, Legends of Iota, and then honestly, I would put Omega SMP, and I'll tell you why. Omega SMP only for the fact that like I think it could have been planned a bit better. Legends of Iota, I wish I had the story more fleshed out at that point, and then Mark the Therapist, just more content with that. Hello, hope you're doing well today. I am. We've been celebrating, talking about a bunch of stuff behind the scenes. It's been 6 years since we started making content, so it's been kind of crazy. But
I think I would agree with that in all honesty, just because it's like there's other stuff I was thinking too, and you said 3, but no, I fully agree with those. Honestly, I would just say FNaF for quality reasons, because a lot of the times that there was a lot of problems with FNaF.
That's fair.
One of them.
Yeah.
One,
I would
like,
say season 1 just to get a little.
Yeah, like I don't mean season 2. Season 2 is good. I would just say season 1 because there was like a lot of internal problems.
Yeah.
Like, God, the crashing problems.
Like there was crashing, there was chunk loading problems.
Not to mention
there was lag.
Yeah, not to mention like people couldn't make it a lot, the recordings.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I would say like if we ever to do like a redo of it, plus with our acting has gotten a lot better and your editing, I feel like we can make it a lot more scary.
Fair. Also, for anyone that's just joined, we're answering questions of everyone, behind the scenes stuff, or just like general questions as I'm just like parkouring. So if any of you have like legitimate questions about anything, ask us and we're just going through it. And because like we don't get the opportunity to talk about more of the stuff that we make, the projects that we host, this is a really fun time with us to kind of like hear your input as well as answering any questions that you may have for it. One thing I want to bring up real quick, and it's more about Earthbound. And one thing I wanted to do with Earthbound is get past the stigmatism of a competition with SMPs, in full honesty. Because I think when I was talking about stuff I hated about the SMP like culture at the time, I felt like it got so competitive for no reason. And like I never understood that mechanic behind it. But with Earthbound at the moment, kind of seeing that a lot of people were interested in it, today I went around and encouraged a bunch of SMPs on that account. And with Earthbound, what I'm hoping to do with it is eventually make it a project that everyone can kind of appreciate, even if they're not the biggest fan of the content itself. that I just hope I can use it as a lighter, like a thing that can bring a little bit more light to the community as a whole and can encourage others. So that's why exactly when I had all these SMP accounts tweet out like, hey, yo, what is it? Tweet out saying like, hey, every SMP account reply to this. And it was just a bunch of encouragement. I think that's like what you need to do. So that's a really interesting thing. I've just tried with the Earthbound account to break the typical stereotype of SMPs. So as like Ghosty says, it's either cursed or super wholesome and there's no in between. Precisely. And I think that's the best like part about it, right? It's just it's either cursed or wholesome. And it's always something new that you're gonna see on the account. So
the next question.
Alex actually asked favorite arc to do on Omega.
Favorite arc?
Yeah.
Ooh, that one's tough. I don't really know. I think learning about like the Overseer was really cool. The Peacekeepers was cool, but unfortunately just due to some like planning issues and like availability, it just didn't go the way we were hoping.
Yep.
That's the only bad part, but I just like the artifacts and all that. But this upcoming like final arc will certainly be a great one. Earthbound kisses every other SMP on the forehead. Real, not fake. It's true, Kingo. Listen, all right. Don't judge me. It's beautiful. I'm so excited to see Earthbound unfold. I know. I'm so excited for it. But like,
Earthbound is the mother figure.
I don't know. I just want it to be something different. Something that no other SMP can really like do. Not like gameplay wise, but more of like how they operate. You know? Because like even with just the Cammy mascot, I don't think I've ever seen an SMP that just tweets out saying, hey, I want to become an anime girl. So we're going to make a cursed Earthbound mascot who on her own Twitter account says, I'm going to fart. Everyone's been waiting for this.
Our lunch is looking pretty good today.
Hey, yo. Oh no, my ozone layer's going.
Ah!
I question your sanity sometimes.
Nah, bro, I love me some Oreos and ranch.
Jake in the chat, can Cammy cradle me?
Oreos and ranch.
Does Cammy count some...
Jake has been sitting here, all chat hasn't he, waiting for that Cammy.
Yep. Anyway, other question in the Discord.
There's actually a good one in the
Here,
Discord.
I'll look. Hold on, let me look. Also, one thing. As I said, Earthbound, check it out. Honestly, gonna be cool. The only thing I'm worried about with Earthbound is, like, I hope people respect the invites, because there is so many. So, bro, there's just, like, we had over 700 replies that we have to pick, like, 40 people from. It's very hard.
By hand.
By hand. I did it by hand, bro. Cammy's a mommy.
Yeah.
Logan.
The
I do a lurk now, so I can keep editing. No worries, Eclipse.
Anyways, I'm going to somehow drag my dumbass into Earthbound SMP one way or another.
Joseph, if you're an Earthbound SMP, I'm terrified. Joseph will literally take over the Cayman Islands just to cause an apocalypse.
He's just gonna be a cryptid again. Except with massive...
He's gonna live underground, and then, at least when you expect it, pops out.
That's gonna be chaos.
Who's... Oh, I like this one. Who's the better DILF? Solajar, Requise, or Boppo?
Requise.
Requise. Oh, wait, but Solajar canonically got laid.
Okay, and?
Whoa. Huh?
He's kind of the daddiest DILF, though.
Requise did too! Are we missing that point?
But, let's put it this way. Requise at least wasn't just a person, bro. Solajar is a shadow demon.
Okay. And the amount of people that already simp over Solajar.
Yeah, he's just the daddiest DILF, bro.
Rice. Why?
I don't even think I want to argue for who's the better DILF.
But arguably, the best DILF would be Requise.
Yeah.
Jake! Stop! Jake in the freaking chat!
Can I ban him?
Jake, I'm going to send you to Arby's to never be returned ever again, I swear.
You want to go to Arby's and get a meaty sandwich?
I'm going to cry.
How to get... Another question. How to get good? Don't be bad.
How to be motivated.
How to be motivated? Okay, so this is like story-wise or like content-wise or...
I don't know. Kingo just asked that question.
Kingo, can you explain? Can you like elaborate a bit?
Oh,
Give some context, please.
How to be motivated.
How long does... We already talked about how long building takes. And just to let you know, we need builders for Painter's Alcove to produce series. So if you're a builder, please DM me immediately because I need help. Any builders or HD skin artists. Legitimately, it's a fun experience. You will get recognition? I don't know. I don't want to say bro. You get cool points.
You get
I tried to type something and then
you get BMC points.
You get BMC karma.
You get BMC social credit.
Oh my gosh.
MJ continued off of Irrelevant Bard's post saying, "Who is the better dad to their kids?"
I think Solajar is a pretty...
Shut your mouth.
Steal and Evan know what I'm talking about.
You cannot say he's a good dad.
He's a very loving father.
If it's a continuation to Relevant Bards, it's either Requise or Boppo.
Gio has a child?
Exactly. Fish was on.
But I think... Yeah.
Anyways, Cammy MILF, absolutely. She is Mother Nature after all. Let's see. You have been doing content for 6 years. How do you always stay motivated? I'm not gonna lie, I felt demotivated for a while, especially this year. I lost a lot of my writing passion this year, and just like seeing things decline is rough for me. But I think the big thing is tackle only so much you can handle. Don't be like me, trying to run 10 different things.
Yeah.
Do only what you can what you can do. Find the passion that fits you. Make the content that you like making. Get help for like the projects that you want to make. Because honestly, doing projects with friends is a lot better than doing it without, just by yourself. That's just what I've seen.
Also have fun, by the way.
And don't worry about all just numbers, because numbers come, but the experiences are only there for a certain amount of time.
Motivational speech.
That's kind of how I see it. So, Kingo, I'm gonna say this now with the animations that you have about like the little creep bits. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff. Honestly, keep working on that, because what you've done with that has given me some inspiration to work a little bit harder for my stuff. So keep that in mind. I think the biggest factor is not overworking yourself. Have plan bakes, so keep being motivated. That's fair. Also, fun fact, you should go check out Friday Night Funkin' Artistic Altitude. Very cool mod, in case you didn't know.
Yeah!
That is honestly a great form of showing motivation, because holy hell, Tossler worked on that for months.
Yeah, I love it. I love it when I get jabaited with a nuts joke.
A Duma. Duma.
Yeah, Tossler, Duma. Don't you remember that?
Onion on cheese.
I will say, Tossler's a good inspiration for motivation, because not only was it 1 week, but 2 weeks and like some free play songs.
Oh, let's even go back, bro. Let's go to the game rebooted for a moment. All right.
Oh,
I had to work so hard. I'm trying to work so hard to get to that level, bro.
Tosser just said, "How could I possibly forget? I was teased for months."
Deserved. You fell for a nuts joke.
Yeah, that's deserved.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm changing the music to that real quick.
Oh,
Are you gonna play Duma?
Yeah, I am. Hold on.
All right, then I need to play it as well.
I'm gonna change it. LOL.
LOL.
And you're still getting teased for it now, Tossler.
Here we go.
You gotta admit though, Duma got a good beat though.
Kinda do.
Yep.
I have bad social cues. My GF got me with 3 D's nuts jokes in one day.
That's epic, bro.
That's called a skill issue.
That's called a combo right there, my guy.
You just called it combo.
A combo?
Yeah, it is. It is a combo.
He's not wrong, it is.
Full-on Street Fighter combo.
All right, what other questions can we ask? Can you talk about how the Souljar streams work behind the scenes? Like the technical parts about it, or like the lore? Because I can't talk about the lore. I can tell you kind of a little bit about it, but I can't spoil everything.
Let's go with technical, because technical will be.
Joe,
Man,
FNaF does have autosaves, turns out. What do you mean? Oh, like the new game? I actually just refunded Security Breach, because honestly I didn't like it.
Well, now we figured out it has autosaves.
Technically how you prepare for work for it. Can I tell you all a very big secret of mine? Okay, and this has been a common occurrence when it's come to my D&D stuff I do with friends.
Oh.
Same.
I don't plan for them. I do what I want to do.
Yep.
Fun fact.
But that makes it good though, because it can be the unexpected.
I can't make this freaking jump. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, give a complete thing. We didn't know we were gonna do a season 3 of FNaF until we're just like, until
we
Josh
were
was
bored and we just wanted to.
We were bored and Josh is like, what if we do this? And we're like, sure. It's literally how it happens.
Yeah.
Like, we don't plan.
I'll just be
Like,
dead serious. The soldier
like-
ones aren't plot holes, you mean plot twists. But legitimately, I just have... How do I explain this? Like, I've said this before, that the story that I have, period, with everything is very complex. If I was to write it out right now, we're looking at a 1,000-page book. But I just have it kind of all memorized and how I want it to go, and that's just kind of what I do for it, so... Very simple.
Yeah. But yeah, no, literally, it's just the fact of we just do it. Like, obviously, we plan it out after we start, like working on it. But still, like, whenever we like think of an idea, like that's literally how Omega like SMP happened. Josh was like not a big fan of SMPs, and he's like, might as well do one.
Ironically, all the stuff that we don't want to do that we end up doing.
Yeah, like
And
Josh,
and then we enjoy it,
Yeah.
and that's the fun part about it.
Josh was like, I don't want to do a Five Nights at Freddy's series. People were like, we were like, it's okay, man, it's fine, it's up to you. And then like people were saying, it's like, let's do it. And then we made the Five Nights at Freddy's season 1 and 2, and really enjoyed it.
And it really changed my channel around, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We went from 1,000 subscribers to in 1 year to 10K, which I think is pretty nuts.
Yep. Not to mention, like, Helltaker was literally just because we were watching Helltaker. And it's like,
Helltaker was so interesting at the time.
It
Because
really
we
was.
just thought, because we were just like, because I remember this. I remember Helltaker was big around that time, right? And I looked it up online because I was like, there's no Helltaker RPs or anything coming out at the moment. Now it's just like, it'd be kind of cool if we did it, And we
then
just
we
were
did
all, we just did it.
It's literally the reason we're doing a Friday Night Funkin' series as well.
Yeah, because we thought it would be funny.
Yeah.
We thought it'd be funny, and we just wanted to do it. Like, all the series you see were, like, obviously, like, if we can't think of, like, a good idea for it, then we'll just, like, drop it. But, like, usually we can think of good ideas. Like, if we didn't think of, like, a good idea for Season 3 of FNaF, we wouldn't have done it.
I think it's either it's planned out, or we just think it's funny.
Yeah.
You're doing a Friday Night Funkin' series? Yeah.
Yes, Kingo, we are.
Yeah, we
It's
are.
not the trailer.
Yeah, we are.
Can I make a little bit of a... Can I spoil something real quick?
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Thinking about having Myth play Daddy Dearest.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We're thinking about literally having Myth play Daddy Dearest. I know, Tosso, I'm very sad. I wanted to get...
Well,
we can
put
get
a
a
reference in.
We will put a reference in, though.
We'll put a reference in for you, friend.
It'll just be the nuts joke.
Yeah, we'll play Duma in the background.
Let's play Duma.
Oh yeah.
Like that.
We'll work with your friend and explain the Duma joke.
Yep.
We
Exactly
get
what I'll do.
volts. In your honor, we get volts just to say the Duma joke.
Absolutely. What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Tossler?
Yeah, Tossler.
Time you make it. Tuma might be.
What is Tuma?
My God,
Yo.
Steel! Sound like a broken exhaust pipe.
Put Tuma in. Josh, look at.
In
What the
DM.
fuck?
Hey, we got a 1-minute teaser of 2.
Yes, sir!
Hold on, I gotta show this on stream. Hold on.
Oh wait, is it the 2 Matt thing?
Here we go. Hold on. Let me share it on screen.
Everyone.
Here it is. It's Tuma, bro. Let's go!
Let's go, bro.
Too much.
Most likely.
This is great.
Top quality. My God.
Anyways, absolute jam. Absolute legend.
Bop and a half.
Kingo, you could apply for PA.
You could apply for PA, Buster.
We
We have villager number 4 in Friday Night Funkin'.
Villager number 5.
Hello, my name is villager number 4.
She's going to become violent.
Hello.
Oh God.
What the fuck is
Villager number
That's Josh's
4.
production team!
That's my production team, you stinky.
Peter's alcove!
Gamers, this is what we talk. This is a society right here.
I am
We live in a
also
society.
senile.
Bro, Kingo
Yeah,
is
we
not
can
a
get-
true fan. Kingo's not a true fan. Kingo's not a true fan.
Not too fan.
But yeah,
Wow.
no, like we just have fun with the series we do, and that's really it.
PA,
like,
like,
if we-
poopy animal. Dragon, I'm gonna send you to the
Dragon,
abyss.
that's the one with no mic.
If we didn't have fun with the series, then we just wouldn't do it. To be
You
honest.
don't know acronyms, bro. Well, that sucks for you. Shame the Kingo.
Give us some more questions.
Villager number 4.
Let me see anything in the
Give
Discord.
us some more questions.
Give us some more questions.
Give us some more questions.
Who can throw it back better, me?
Smib.
Oh, no,
Oh, damn.
no
I
me.
disagree.
What do you mean you disagree?
Oh.
I'm talking straight facts.
Challenger.
I'm talking straight
Challenger.
facts.
No comment.
Are you?
What do you mean there's no comment?
No comment.
Is that it, Fish? Is just no
Why
comment?
did Logan
No
just
comment.
say Kingo more like Crinjo?
No, don't do that.
Crinjo.
Cringe.
No, cringe.
I immediately remembered how well I can roll my R's. Oh my God.
Oh, is there anything that we're missing for that we want to talk about? Because it's almost been 3 hours.
Holy
Cheese.
cow.
We need to talk about cheese.
No.
Cheese?
No, we need to talk
No.
about
Let me
snails.
look at my notepad right here. Let me look at the straw poll. I had it up. I lost it now.
Oh,
We're
Well.
professionals.
Gone. Reduced to atoms.
Well, I have a little bit of speech I have to give out. That's about it.
Yeah, we're trying to think. Like, come on, give us some questions, guys.
All right, I'll answer 2 more questions, and then we'll. Like, I'll answer 2 more questions, and then I will finish the stream with a nice little thingy.
Yeah.
Nice little thing. A little teaser. I don't know what you're gonna show. Could be a teaser.
I have a question.
could
Go
not.
ahead, Kingo.
What's your question, Kingo?
Also, I hope you all enjoyed the celebration stream. I want it to be
Almost
kind of like,
here.
just like a behind the scenes, like talking about like what we've gotten. I have a special video ready.
Oh my!
Oh my gosh! Shut up about cheese!
Give us actual questions behind the scenes, characters, something.
You can literally ask the people who write most of this
Kingo,
stuff.
opinion on you being a furry.
Damn.
Like,
Cheese
give us some questions. Yes, Kingo.
About cheese,
Kingo.
Kingo.
I swear to
If it's about cheese, I'm timing you out.
If it's about cheese, I'm sending you to the Pistons.
But why?
Pistons?
I don't know. What? Do you not know about the...
No, we don't want to
Being
know.
a furry. Alright.
Josh ain't a furry!
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You're one of MJ's people. Anyways, what were you saying?
Also, I swear to God. My apologies.
Give us
Moshi,
questions.
welcome to the stream.
Give us questions. You're not keeping us hostage here forever. No.
I
How
mean,
did it take
How long did it
first?
take for please? That's it.
Thick and
And
luscious? Evan, you're the voice actor of Requise. How long did it take?
None of explanation.
How long did Vietnam last for?
Question.
Next question.
Oh my god. Anyway.
How far have you gotten in season 3?
Like made it.
We figured out the general premise. We just have to plan out the plot, and we need the skins. Like Minecraft HD skins are like the biggest thing that are holding us back right now. So if there's any artists that know how to do Minecraft HD skins, please let us know.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Please.
I will literally. I'm begging for HD skin artists. I will pay. All right.
I'm on my knees.
I love
Tears
this.
in
I
my
love.
eyes. Help.
I love this question.
Pixel ones.
HD, like drawn.
Okay. Hold on, let me
I love
see.
this.
Can I
What
answer
do
the
you
question,
guys-
Steele, please?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I'd say for FNaF season 3. Is that we need the HD skins. We've got the characters laid out. We have some inspiration from Security Breach, so that should give you an interesting idea. So keep that in mind. What do you guys do while all the contestants are building in Village University? We make fun of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We laugh. Except I don't, because I'm not a part of it. But like,
Didn't even know it started for the longest
Toss,
time.
before we go with like the actual question from Kingo, Tosser, with Lily Gumdrop, yeah, she makes really good skins. I don't know if she can make animatronic ones.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Okay, actual question: is Solar like Goopy Slime Dude? He's not Goopy and he's not Slime.
damn.
No, but is he a dude?
He's a dude.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay. Oh god.
Oh god.
So that I'll answer that much.
I thought Soul Jar was an eldritch horror.
You're an eldritch horror, Joseph.
Yeah, Joseph, you're the
Yeah.
other.
I can try my hand at making an HD skin, but I don't know what you have in mind. We need animatronics. That's what I need. We need animatronics for season 3. We have the descriptions of what we need, and that's it.
Joseph?
Thank you,
I
Joseph.
think that's the remainder of the questions that we're gonna answer today, because I gotta get running in a minute.
Same
Solar
here,
Jar
my
is a
friend.
top, yes.
I'm
Jess, I'm sorry. Solar Jar is a daddiest dilf.
Eh.
Yeah.
Stop.
Don't start this, MJ.
Stop.
Don't do this, MJ. I refuse.
Alright, Kingo said DM me the description. I can try.
Kingo, DM me because I'm gonna forget. I'm just not gonna, I'm not gonna lie. My mind goes in 300 places. But gamers, it is time for the inspirational speech for the end of this celebration live stream.
Oh yeah, we do. We all do love Josh. Yeah, he's great.
Shut up, Joseph.
Gaming. Oh.
Thank you, Fish.
No.
You are a
So,
great person.
gamers, thank you so much for literally joining this stream, watching the videos that we make, tuning into the streams on Twitch. Like, I appreciate all of it. Like, it's genuinely worth it to see everyone happy with it. We make a lot of good stories. Yes, I know, Rachel. I need to go feed the dogs. I'll be right there. But just seeing like everyone enjoy it is amazing. I can't really put it into words exactly, but just thank you. So I'm not stopping anytime soon. As I said, 2022 is going to be probably the best year that we're gonna have for the channel. We have so many series planned, as you've seen from all the different teaser trailers. I've said that we need help with the Painter's Alcove, our production team. I will say this now, like, honestly, it is a fun experience, and I'm not even just trying to be biased or anything like that. If you're a builder, voice actor, artist, body actor, honestly, feel free to, like, DM us, and we can definitely see if you can join. But just know that we can't do these things without you guys, like, legitimately. So, I guess here's to maybe another 6 years. Who knows? I might be in 25 years old by the end, like, by the end of all this. So
That's a horrifying thought, honestly.
Yeah, yes.
So I will say this now. If you want, you know what? Let's do something real quick. If you have Twitter, what you can do is that you can tweet out. Let's put out. What should be a hashtag? Let's do
6 years of
Josh.
PA?
Hashtag Josh 6 year. Hashtag StoryPainter 6 years, okay? Tweet out that Tasso just put, and honestly share anything that you would like with that hashtag, and I'll retweet as much as I can from that hashtag. Rather if you want it to be kind words or favorite moments, but you can use the hashtag, tag me on it, and then I'll try to retweet as much as I can from those. That's just like a little bit of the I guess like as an appreciation to all of you. So go ahead and use that hashtag. I will definitely tweet it out just to make sure that people are aware. Again, thank you for all the support on the projects, the series that we make. I've met so many really cool people in 2021, and I'm feeling a lot more confident in what we can make and what we can accomplish as well in 2021. And I look forward to 2022. As I said, there's going to be special videos that are going to come out before the new year that are going to be sappy videos like this stream, but it's going to be very interesting. In the meantime, gamers, I will see you all next time. Again, have a fantastic day, and more importantly, stay safe, stay groovy. Gamers, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!